and gentlemen, how are you? Oh, my body. Oh, my God.
Loan Syndicate said, "What's up, Grin?"
Voila. Did you get her loan? Did she come home or nah? Oh, boy, gang. How are you? Oh, what? Wait, what? I didn't check that, goddammit. Give me a second. What? Why? Oh no. Oh no, let me see. Can I fix it? Can I fix it easily? Desktop. Why are you not duplicating? Desktop 1. Keep, I think. No, I fucking hit that. God damn it, I hit the wrong one with this. Give me a minute. Hold. Keep changes. Why does it keep... Oh, I hate this so much. Why? Why is it breaking now?
234 said, "Missed Yarman. Sorry for missing the last couple streams."
No, it's all good, man. I'm just happy you guys are here.
Week? You go first, then I'll tell mine.
Yes, I gotta fix this first.
Loan Syndicate said, "Well, I had the guaranteed thanks to Rena, so she came home, but I did win the 75 25ths for her engine."
Huh. It's so weird. It keeps like, do you want to keep your changes? I hit keep and then it reverts it. So, what a mess. I wonder if I need to reinstance this PC or what? Why? I could have thought it. I wish I'd seen this beforehand. I could have troubleshooted. I was sitting here for like an hour. I guess we'll just try to reinstance the PC. What a bummer, man. Alright, well let me fucking reboot my PC. Restart PC. Hopefully that fixed it. Let me also tank. Sorry, we're gonna be in silence for a little bit because I don't want you guys to hear any like PC booting terms. Anyways, hey guys, sorry for being in dead silence. Anywho, what is a DDE server window? I don't know what the fuck that is. Anyways, regardless, gang, how are you? It's hot. Ooh. Let's see. Lone says, "What's up, Grill? What's good, Lone?" Cat says, "Hi. Cat says, "Miss you, Mary. Yeah, what's good? Sorry for missing a couple of last streams. How was your week? You first, then mine. Okay. Actually, I appreciate you doing this because I need this. I desperately need this, man. Oh, that's all I can say. Is so I've been doing the whole entrepreneur thing, guys. I've been telling you guys about that. I've been learning a lot, but I heard this one thing that to me made it's something that I quite enjoy. It's basically, I'm not sure if you guys were the same, but all my life I was told like try your best. And I always like that term because it means like put everything you got into something, right? But what do you call it? I recently heard a term that I think I liked a lot better. I actually might have already told you guys this, but instead of doing your best, it's do what is required. And it's not to try to be like hyper edgy or like fucking grind kind of nonsense. Instead, it's to say like, okay, say you want to be an amazing basketball player. That's totally fine. Give me a sec. Wait, why is it bottlenecking so badly? Give me a sec. Say you want to be an amazing basketball player. Well, there's something that's actually required to do that. Like you might be trying your best in like, in the moment, but in reality, if you wanted to be at like a really good level, you have to like put in a monstrous amount of work. Like for instance, if there's a kid across the street from you who's doing like 10x more, waking up at 5 a.m., doing all this crazy shit, of course he's going to go farther than you. That makes sense. He's putting in 10 times the effort than you. He deserves to win. So and it also sets you up to actually be more realistic. So you're not actually like, hey, here's what I think I deserve. Instead, it's like if I do all of these things and I really push myself to the utmost and I make sure I account for all of these variables, could I succeed? One sec. Yeah, I'm booting up my PC again. It's throwing weird things at me. Anyways, let's get rid of that. God. Anyways, so this is all to say that I have had a really, really, really challenging week. Is it working? It is still not working. What the F? All right. Well, we rebooted our PC. Nothing happened, and now no longer silent. So at least we can get rid of that. Troubleshooting. God, I love streaming on Windows when it's just like, hey, by the way, you've installed an update. There's now everything's changed. We're not going to tell you anything about it. And yeah, sucks to suck. Anyways, while I'm troubleshooting, I'll try to keep telling you guys what the heck's going on with me. But essentially, I realized in order to get the things I want, I'm gonna have to put like way more work in. Since the idea of like do what is required, turns out what is required is a lot, is a monstrous amount. So I've been waking up at 6 a.m., which is different for me because I usually wake up at like 8. Sometimes I sleep into like 11. Sometimes it's just a mess. But I'm waking up at 6 a.m. every single day, which, by the way, is a weird thing because I also exercise like not every day, but every other day. So like your body's just tired and all these kind of things. Anyways, so for the first like 2-3 days, I've been miserable. I've been like not able to even function, so tired, right? And I'm finally getting to the point where my body knows that like when 9 p.m. comes around, you get to fucking sleep because yes.
Lone Syndicate said, hell yes, 6 a.m.
Yeah, 6 a.m. I know it's like 5 p.m. There's some crazy shit. I did the math. I'd only live like 6-7 hours, and that's if I go to bed perfectly at like 9 or 10. And I think at that level, I would just rather keep the like block of time that I have. So that's what I've been doing. And yeah, same thing is just wake. But the idea is because I have a benefit right now of not having a full-time job, etc. I help my parents when they need me, etc. But because I have that availability, that means I also can spend like I wake up at 5 and then I go nonstop all the way until 8. And then I eat and shower, go to bed. Sometimes it's 7 and then I eat, shower, exercise, go to bed. But it's a lot of like get up, do it. And the whole idea behind this is called like a season of suck. So it's just a really shitty moment that you can endure for. Maybe it's like 6 months. But if you can keep up that level of input, then maybe you can do like achieve all the things you're wanting to achieve or become the kind of person you're wanting to become and so on and so forth. But I do not understand still why this is not going. And it's just revert. That doesn't do that. I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff to see if I can get this through. It is not making the most sense. Previous revert, keep, display, keep. And it says keep, and it won't let me do it. So I do not know why it is fucking up really badly. That's my default. Will it work now? Give me a minute. It does not. What if we do this to default? And we hit that. My cursor's over here now. There. Now I do this. Does this work now? Was it because it was the main display that it was fucking up? Nope. It's ruined it. Nope. Now it's back and it's good. If I hit keep, still deletes it. Okay, we're gonna have to do the fucking Doom Eternal thing, which is weird. No, we can't because it's delayed. Oh my god, what the F, dude? Man. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it's fucking up. Yeah, it refuses to duplicate the thing. And it's weird because it does it without doing it. It lets me do it, and then it stops, like, I can't even show you guys, it just kills me. Yeah, and I have to delay the stream by, like, an interval if I want to use the OBS thing. How can I make this work or figure this out? Thank God we're not having an actual gameplay stream. So even if I do duplicate it, it's not the end of the world, but yeah. How the hell? What is the thing that's impeding it? If I go to like advanced settings, we're probably bad. I can't even show you guys to like see if you guys know what the fuck is breaking about it. That 60, that should be fine. Refresh rate's that. Dude, Windows sucks ass. You always want to update, at least to me, because it could potentially like stop viruses and some shit that's coming through, but at the same time it's just like, Jesus, I didn't have this problem at all a moment ago, and now I have it. And it sucks because like if I click back now, it's working. It's not working. Why is it not working? Is it because it's like maybe I gotta stay on there and like fucking turn it off and on again? I don't know. Where's the gameplay thing? Where is the fucking this? It's the, why is it in alerts? want the actual background. PC, there we go. Deactivate, activate, still the shitty nonsense thing. Hi. Oh. Again, I wish I would have known this was a problem. I would have fixed it beforehand. I just disconnect display, maybe? It's so annoying because I hit revert. I hit keep changes and then it reverts. And then if I hit revert, it just reverts. So it's like I lose no matter what. Could I do this maybe? And then I'll break it back into place, dude. I don't know. Can I then delete this now? Because I need to revert that because I don't want that. Revert. And can I do this now with this? I don't think that would work. I don't know why I thought that would work. Yeah, we'll have to do it that weird way. That hyper weird way. Keep changes. I guess, yeah, it still won't hold. So then we just have to do this. I'll have to get this on whatever the heck I can. No. I fucking hate this so much. It's also delayed, so I gotta time out my thing. All right. You try to hit OBS, and it's like, you want to move the non-program? Do you want to learn the pop-up that comes with it? Oh, great. Okay, good. I have this. Okay, put this here. This is hell, I agree. This. It's delayed, so I have to feel it out. I think it's this? Maybe not. Now everything's blurry. Now everything's a mess. Nope. That didn't. I know we have a new problem. Close. Okay. Back here again. It must have been down, up, over. This is the one, I guess? Yes. Okay. Now you guys can see my fucking online thing. Oh, what a shit show. Anyways, alright, so it's delayed. So, like, if I click, it's like a couple seconds of delay. So, like, it's gonna be shit if we want to react to anything. Good news, there's a Hangout stream. I wanted to react to some stuff, but until I get that settled, I don't know what to fucking do with that, man. God, I hate Windows so much sometimes, man. I'm not ready to do the PewDiePie fucking convert to Linux thing, though. Anyways, I'll fix that, I guess, at some point. Not at some point. I don't know how I fix it without... I don't even know how it's happening. Is the capture card's, like, software fucking imploded? Because why is it not binding to, like, let me duplicate my screen? I'll have to, like, fucking ask ChatGPT.
Catman11234 said, I'm still down for reacts even if delayed.
Even delayed? Okay, we have to manage the delay then. That might be... I could also delay the stream, so maybe that's what we'll do. I think it's 4 seconds of delay, which I could add or re-imbue. Anyways, unlucky. Hopefully it'll work out. A hydrate with some coffee. The best I could do. Man, I wish YouTube had things like that, like fun little things that people can redeem. I know there's ways to get around it. Like I think you can use Stream Elements to get something similar. I just think it's weird. I think people don't want to leave the platform anyway, even to go to like a website that's just like a hub, even if it's just a bunch of buttons. But yes. But yeah, the TLDR for me, that just around it, what I was saying was I'm trying to get more time to then reinvest in to try to learn all these things that I'm going to need to learn, while subsequently also still stuck in this limbo of like what to do, of like what to like invest all your chips in essentially. I don't really want to talk too much about the business stuff because it's always such a, I don't know, it's all, to me it always sounds like nothing. It sounds like a bunch of, static. But there's a lot of potential paths you can choose. So I know the fundamentals are all like things that are valid, which is like sales, marketing, acquisition, all these things. I know that's all really important if you want to do anything. It can apply to everything, but it's the beginning too of like, what is the thing that I want that I think other people would want and other people would pay for, and yada yada yada. Yeah, I detest talking about it, but like anything businessy wise, I enjoy it, but I think it just sounds awful visually to people's ears. Anyways. But what about you guys? How was your week? That's far more interesting. Mars says, someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. Warren Buffett? What is that? How is that supposed to? Oh, sorry, what is that phrasing specifically? Someone is sitting in a shade. Yeah. I get the sentiment of someone who like does the work so that another person can do it. Isn't that the same thing as other people walk so that other people can run, kind of thing? I do agree with the sentiment that it is
Catman
the easiest time to learn about all this stuff, though.
11234 said for me, I'm extremely happy. My new position has been great. I've recently joined a book club, and we're discussing my fave book of all time at my suggestion. It's been extremely fun to analyze it.
Yeah. The one that's like one of the more critically acclaimed ones that's like crazy in depth and all that stuff. Like beautiful language you always tell me about. I think something West maybe. I forget what the name is. I'm terrible with names. But that's awesome, man. Again, that's... It's funny, my brother asked me a question not a long time ago, like a couple weeks ago, and he's like, basically, he was like, I know you're learning all this, you're interested in entrepreneur stuff, but what are you doing it for? To me, I kind of was stuck with the question, and I was like, it's kind of hard to describe, but ultimately, I kind of want to succeed to the extent in which I have freedom. In that, to me, I think I would define as like monetary income, because right now I've like lived a lot of my my life in general for the top half of my 20s in like a scarcity mindset of like trying to save as much as I can, trying to put away money. So I have a really strong like saving mindset for like money. But if you're trying to do anything entrepreneurial, it helps to not have as much of that, or at least be... Yeah, there's like values to risk and being able to manage certain things and so on and so forth. But based on what you just described, Kat, to me, that's, I think, the hope. At least for me, that's kind of what I wanted out of all of this, which is to find something and to become really good at that thing. And then for that thing to have like high leverage, meaning if I put 1 coin in, I'm going to get 10 coins out. Whereas I feel like, whether it's learning like the skill set of YouTube, which is a very powerful skill set. I'm not trying to diminish all the things I've learned on YouTube. I understand marketing. I understand how to like deconstruct an avatar for an individual and track them and understand how to account for the things they may like and all these valuable things. But to me, YouTube does feel like you put in 10 coins and you get 1 coin out. Now, that can change if you have like a product or something that you're trying to sell that's useful, because the reason why I say you put like 10 coins in and you could possibly get 1 coin out is because it's all based on like views. So like if you're lucky enough to get viewership, then you're lucky enough to maybe make like a certain amount of money on ad revenue, which is decent, but it's not like, it's again, you could easily like spend 10 hours on a video and then just be a bot shop. Whereas I've always like enjoyed, especially which I'm learning about recently right now, which is kind of like the salesy marketing aspect of it, of if every video I make is trying to like do something, whether it's like I believe in this product, or I believe in this tool, or I believe in this course, or whatever it could be. Each one of the videos I make is essentially like a thing that can compound interest over time and possibly can lead people to the thing that I think is useful or valuable, wherever it could be. So to me, that kind of makes sense, or that's the angle in which you can like change the YouTube skill set, I think, to actually being a skill set that is like you put 1 in and you get 5 out. But anyways, regardless, the reason why I brought this up is because I seen Kat's comment, and to me, I think that sounds nice, to be in a place in your life where like you have you sufficiently have an income that is like content for your life, especially at this moment, to where now you have independence. You can start investing in like independence. Maybe you want to get like your house paid off. Maybe you want to travel the world. Maybe you want to pursue a skill, or maybe you just want to like engage with friends. Maybe you want to find a partner in your life, to kind of have that bandwidth to be like, okay, I've managed these like necessities, whether it's like, social things as well as monetary things, enough to where now I have like some excess time, and then what can I put that time into? The only thing I find I'm coming up with is I told you guys before, if there's anything I have an issue with, it's like greed, where like I would hope in my head, if like I would be willing to work like way harder for way more, even if I may not work like use more, but it's the idea of like, if I could do more and have more effort and put more effort in, could I get a bigger pie? And it's not that I need a bigger pie. In fact, I probably need the smallest pie, even considering what most people want to eat. But to me, it's the idea of like challenging yourself and like, again, this is what I kind of mentioned about like, I want to be good at something enough to the extent in which it can provide for me, So that's what I'm kind of dealing with right now. But it sounds beautiful. What do you call it? The thing you described, Kat. The idea of like, everything in my life is doing pretty good right now. I got a good friend group. I got this book club that I'm working on. My financial situation is decent. So on and so forth. So that's a beautiful thing. Gives me hope for hopefully one day I can say the same. I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't want to say that. It's just, yeah, you want more maybe for life. And I don't know if it is like a greed thing. I don't think it is. Like, I think it is. I definitely think people have like whatever their thing that motivates them the most. And I always come back to mine being like this yearning for more. Even though I'm pretty content with some stuff, I don't know. I feel like life is about pursuit, essentially, you know? So that's what I define greed as, is the constant need to pursue something. Because it's not about getting more stuff, it's about like the pursuit of more. I've mentioned this a lot in the past, but anyways. Also, I seen if Lone did get the character. Maybe it's because it's behind. Well, I have guaranteed thanks to Rena, so she came home in 70 to 20 pulls for her and her engine. Damn, 25 pulls for her engine and 75 pulls for her. That's not bad. That's pretty good, actually. I have 4K, so we'll probably wish at the end of the stream, cry, and then move on. Okay. And then we're gonna throw pebbles, you know? Let me see. Kat says, Lou is the first day of the week. Let me see. Before that, Kat says, as an example, Sigillary is the magic of writing runes. And is a whole language. And Te rune means lock, like a door in the book. The creator's god is Talu, and we found first lock with Lu. Okay, that seems like a little. Is the book good because it is complicated, or is it just because it's like you understand characters really a lot, or is it all of it? Probably all of it, because given it's your favorite book, I imagine it does everything right.
Lone Syndicate said Yizan best team is herself, Fufu, and Chingy, aka Bo Staff Girl.
Really? Interesting, not Panda. Huh. Well, that's kind of good to know. So my She can maybe get some love, and I don't have to build the Panda. Because the Panda looks like I don't have the materials. I don't even have the materials for, what's her name? Lou is the first day of the week in this book called Luton. Both are from the same language called Tima, which we found is a branch of Timic.
Catman 11,234 said, you gotta read the 3 messages in a row. They're all related. Go to message that starts with the name of the wind.
The name of the wind. The book title, we're getting into the nitty gritty. The place names. Oh, I see. So this is all in reference to like you guys basically taking the book and like looking into what the references are actually in the real world, not just in the book. That's kind of neat. That's becoming like a super fan of. That's knowing like the origin of what the author intended and wrote. That's like big-headed fandoms type stuff. Mars says, this doesn't sound like greed. It sounds like you're looking at for a bigger dragon to fight. Oh, this is Marcel. To fight, so to speak. No, I mean, well, it's not necessarily a bigger fight. I just want to know, again, like, I really am enjoying, and I hate saying this, because sometimes to me, I feel like I regurgitate things I'm learning right now, which makes me feel like a puppet piece for the person that I'm learning about, so to speak. And I always feel like people know what I'm saying, and they also watch him. And they're like, "Oh, you're just saying what he says," and it makes me feel like a fraud. But anyways, to me, one of the things he said, which I quite enjoy, that is kind of associated with that, which is, what's the difference between people who are really high on the economic ladder, such as like, you know, trust fund kids or things like that.
11,234 said, my things with Te and Lu aren't references to the real world.
Oh, they're from the book?
In the same way Tolkien invented Elvish, the author of the book I am talking about invented Sigaldry, Timic, Tima, Sharu, Ademic.
I mean, not a lot to me, Kat, if I'm honest. I don't know. I haven't read the book, and I can only partially understand it through you. If you don't have a M6 Panda, it's the best team, but even if you do not, it's much better. I do have the C6 Panda, I think. Anyways, to quickly round off what I was saying about that thing, about the whole businessy market thing. But what's the differential between like people who are like rich kids who have like rich parents versus poor kids who have poor parents? And to me, yes, there's a bunch of other things there. Like, yes, there's, you know, access to the right people. There's you know, what do they call it? More opportunity. All these things. But a massive part of it, which I think most of us would agree with, is it's access to information. So basically the idea being access to knowledge also. So there's two, let's say you have two different skills. And this is the way that was broken down to me, which made the most sense. Say you could work at a box factory. And let's say, let me ask you guys, how long do you think it would take to become proficient in learning how to do things in that box factory? To learn the skill of like managing at that box factory, right? I think probably, if we're being generous and realistic, probably takes 2 weeks, because you got to learn about where all the boxes go. You got to learn about like how to navigate that inventory. You got to learn about how to use the machine that puts the boxes up there. There's like more things that you probably would think that come with actually working at said box factory, right? Maybe there's a warehouse, all that stuff. Now let's take a completely different skill called sales. Now, how long do you guys think it would take to become proficient in sales? Shockingly enough, about 2 weeks. If you actually look into it, it takes about 2 weeks for someone to be like onboarded onto whatever you want to say, whether it's whatever kind of sales they're doing. Also, let's reset this video that we have in the background. But the idea is essentially leverage. So one, you have a limited skill set in a box factory where you specifically know how to do like inventory, maybe you could argue, and all these things, or you have sales, which could apply to 1,000 different jobs and is infinitely going to be valuable to many companies, because everyone's going to want to sell something eventually. And then of course there's marketing and there's acquisition. But the point is that there are like these things that you can learn that are extremely high leverage, opposed to all this other stuff that's not quite as high leverage. So for me, that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now, is learn what are those skills that would be high leverage. And I think I know at this point. The issue I'm having is I'm kind of like, I have like 3, 4, and 5, but I'm missing 1 and 2, which is the fundamental of like, what do you want to make that's useful, and what do you want to, or who are you going to give that to, essentially. And I gotta probably iron that out more. Anyways, I'll stop talking about the business side of things. But yeah. Anyways. Lone says, yeah, if you have a C6 battery, you'll be good. Kat says, my point is I'm trying to get is we're reading this book, and as a way of analyzing things that author invented, imagery, geography, fake languages, and connecting between. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, I was wondering, because you tell me about like Ta and Lu, and I'm like, it sounds like sorcery to me. But that makes more sense. I was always wondering what people do in like a book club. I imagine, like, I thought it was always you read the book and then you talk about like what you think like the message of the book was, or why you like certain characters, so on and so forth. I always thought it was missing something. I could see like a book club making sense if you're all planning on writing, so you're all like trying to take an aspect of the book that you read and like use it in some capacity. But that makes more sense as too for like a book club that's surrounded with like, no, we just really want to like fall deeper in love with those types of books, that makes sense too. I wonder how good it is when you're not talking about the book that you're interested in, though. Like if somebody's like, this is my favorite book, and you got to read it, and you're like, I don't really care about, I don't know, about this weird fucking 50 Shades of Grey nonsense that they're trying to dissect. The cat says he's made 7 whole fake languages, each with root words and grammar rules. He's made fake continents with fake wars and fake secrets, and we're all trying to uncover the fake SE references and answers. Okay, man, all I can think about when you say that, Cat, is me thinking of like that's some like what is it called, savant, like on the spectrum of savant shit, where somebody's not only writing at a high level but also decides like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a whole ass language with runic abilities that no one besides the subculture that I create within my book and fandom know. that is wild. And honestly, good for him. But that's like, that turns like a deep community even deeper for people who know that. Like that's always like Star Wars fandom, where people are like, I like the movies. Then beyond that, there's like, I read the novels. And then beyond that, there's like, I have like completely mastered all of these weird languages that only like a specific subsect of people who know. And you're just like, brother, that's deep. That's real deep. Kat says, in the same way people spend time analyzing the lore history of Lord of the Rings.
Catman 11,234 said, I love this book because nothing makes me happier than when I read a fake word like kissed and I somehow understand what it means, where it came from, why it isn't translated, and that it's a swear.
Huh. Yeah, that's some like deep headiness to me. I would feel
Lone
like,
Syndicate
what the fuck are
said
they
Grin
talking
Fufu
about?
is so fun, she also so cute and adorable.
Is she cute? I hope, man. Why? Dude, my PC is shitting itself completely. I do not know why. There. Anyways, this is what I want to talk to you guys about today. It's a big chunk of the stream, probably. Talking about the beautiful and fantastical legendary weapons that we have access to. I love these. This book from nothing makes me happier than reading the fake thing in that. What do you call it? What is so good about her, Lone? Because I did see some breakdown. I did see that she buffs like a ton of stuff, so she does seem good. I'm not sure if she's quite like Astrid, where Astrid was just doing too much. But she does seem like she is really, really good, which is why it'd be really cool to have her. Although with my luck in ZZZ, I don't really know. I also didn't hear that she was as her weapon wasn't as necessary, but it was also like kind of necessary. It's like a 30% increase in damage, which is interesting. But you know. It's good damage, but not maybe the most crucial amount of damage. It's hard to say. Anywho, let us jump over here and do this. Cute info. You haven't seen her, Cat?
Lone Syndicate said the Hellwalker shotgun is back. The Super Shoti Doom guy would be proud.
I have seen it. I have seen the Super Shotgun thing. To me, man, that was always one that was good, but like it should be more like fantastical. You know what I mean? Like it was decent damage. You nuke people, you shoot, but I always feel like it deserved like a crazy like fire wave or some shit, or like spawns a demon, or like maybe not a demon, maybe spawns a shield or something. You know?
Said sorry for being quiet. Was settling in and getting my Dark Tide mods updated.
Oh, nice. Yeah, don't apologize. Yeah, I'm happy just here. Hellwalker is so on the nose. What do you mean? The Hellwalker shotgun? Is that what you call it? Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Hellwalker. Names to me are just ethereal. As much as I try my hardest, like learn them and like hear people, I at this point I've kind of realized it's just not for me. This is another thing that the person talks about, which is like every single type of skill that you know or that you attribute to another person, like a talent perhaps. Like say this person's really charming, or this person's really good at like explaining complex things. Really good teacher. The reality of all of those talents is just that they're a skill cluster. So if you look at sales or something like that, which people would attribute to being very talented in, a lot of it's just like comes down to fundamental skills that you can learn about, like good eye contact, good body language, being able to actively listen, being able to actively format like the right way of saying something so the least amount of misunderstanding can take place, and that you can provide the most value to them, so on and so forth. So there's all just like tiny skills. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this was something I just read. Dang it! I don't know why usually I'm pretty good about bringing this back. Sorry. But then the only counter to that is like everyone can learn every kind of talent out there. The issue is if you might be acting at a deficit. So the idea being, if you, let's say, you have like Asperger's or some sort of autism spectrum disorder, where you are like, you find it really hard to communicate with people. It may not be actually like worth it for you to like go through all the crazy complexities of learning that, because you're starting to suffer such a deficit.
Don't get me wrong, but there's also an A rank engine that's good too, and in that case you could just run triple attack on disc 4, 5, and 6.
And you'd be pretty good? Oh well shit, okay, maybe I don't need to go for a weapon then. I probably should have went for the other lady's weapon, the Sand Queen's weapon, the one who's like came before her. I probably should have. But yeah, sometimes it may not be worth it for you to learn skill if you just have like, you're gonna have to be an expert at that skill, and it's gonna take you a long time to get there. So it's probably best at like taking whatever you're normal at a baseline and then going from there. Anywho, let's look at some of these legendaries, boys. By the way, I have seen so much stuff about Borderlands. I am so friggin' excited. Oh my god. What do you call it? One of the things I seen was, well, I've seen a bunch of the legendaries in active. That's why I wanted to make this kind of stream about this. But I forgot what the one thing was. Damn it. It was something. Oh, that's what it was. So apparently, what they've done with the loot drops in this game is, instead of making it so that like if you kill this boss and it has a chance of dropping 2 things, it doesn't pick. So basically, it will detonate both of the chances to detonate both of those legendaries. I believe it's a 20% chance for you to drop a legendary or something like that. It will detonate both of those chances, and you'll either get both, one, or none. But it doesn't it's not like a pathway where it chooses one over the other. Both pathways get detonated. So that's kind of convenient to know. And that made it to me where it's like, oh, I really like that. I like the idea of because that's always why I hated double drops with shit. Is because you're like, but you're eating away at my loot pool. But if every basically that's really nice, because then it just becomes about which boss has the highest loot pool of legendaries that you could possibly get. So every time you kill one of him, you're timesing it by 4 the chance of whatever they drop, right? That the cluster of whatever they're trying to drop, which I thought such a good change. Fluff says, I'm doing right, looking at starting to donate plasma once we found the best place to go for, but enjoying Celeblade Dark Tide attribute class, DLC class is getting mods set up for BL4 with my brother. Nice! What's the reason for wanting to donate plasma? Any sort of core reason? I really wanted to donate plasma like crazy, but unfortunately where I live, they don't have anything like that. We can't even donate blood. It's annoying. We have to go all the way over to a place to do that, and it's a pain. But yes. Oh, my arm, my shoulder. Ugh. Anyways, let's quickly check out some of this stuff. Also, that's fun. There's a syringe throwing knife. I wonder what that does. Anyways, we have yet to get. This is a video I found on YouTube. By the way, I should probably do my best to be hey. It's called Loot Unlocked. It shows the 10 new legendary weapons, which I just wanted to show with you guys and talk about, because holy shit, I seen one that when you shoot, it spews out grenades like a hook and then explodes and then drops them below. There's also one that has endless mag essentially. Where is it? There we go. Also looking at a thruster and shit. Here we go. Yes, the Hellwalker, baby. This is the classic Doomslayer one that Lone said. Yeah, some of them don't have a special text, or maybe they do, and this is it. A special pretext, but it is a Jacobs critical hits with this rocket projectiles nearby people. The thing I haven't got clarity with is I don't know if this thing can change. I don't know if you can get another part. I do know that purples can drop with multiple different parts that are faction aligned, but I don't know if legendaries can only drop with 2, which kind of makes sense of why you would use purples opposed to legendaries, is because you can technically get 4 amazing scaling perks on it, right? Opposed to the legendary one, which probably makes it more unique and yes, more unique, I guess. Really, that should not be how it works. Yeah, I guess, yeah. It feels like the thing that has access to a unique stat, but can't have access to all these other bonuses, should be the thing that is unique. And the thing that should be legendary is the thing that has access to just all of the stats,
McFlufferkin
right?
said, I'd like to do my part for those that need it, but also get paid for it, up to twice a week, 8 times a month at most. So I can be a bit more self-sufficient while on the job hunt.
Oh, hey, let me see what your name is. I gotta catch up. Well, Cat says I had a bad experience donating blood. Oh no, what happened, Cat? Enjoying some BL3 modding? It makes the game so much better. Yeah, I heard about that. Fluff says, I'd like to do my part for those that need it, but also get paid. Yeah, it's also nice to have in the money and get metagame for sure. For sure. I also wonder, maybe I'm an asshole about it, but in my head I think it'd be kind of cool of by depraving your body of a resource, does your body have to fire off more?
11,234
It's like muscle.
said the red text is from Between Two Fires. It's a horror history novel. Interesting choice.
Damn, I was about to say, what? Cat, I have a feeling you're going to know a lot of these the red text. I know none of them. But you are well read, so you probably know what these refer to, so I'll depend on you for some of them. But this is basically the Doom Shotgun. It's a double barrel, empty clip. You only have 2 shots. It's funny, sometimes you usually just empty your entire mag. A decent amount of pellet count. Accuracy is dog shit. Fast reload speed, though, and that's huge because there's a lot of stuff within the Digi guys, like the Assassin Techno guy, who has a lot of skills where when you are full H magazine, you do more damage, and that whole thing. And I also with 2 in the shot made actually pretty good instead of 1, because I think it's the less magazine you have, the more of something else you get, so you can have both in a weird way within 2 shot intervals. But yeah, also the class mods were pretty interesting. There was one that had something to do with like when you reactivate your action skill, you drop grenades.
Catman 11,234 said this looks like it'll be fun to try to make an instant reload time and just spew shells.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Well, it's funny because there's always, that's why like I watched a video talking about like skills, and they mentioned how like reload speed is just never that good in Borderlands, really, because it's always a percentage of whatever the percentage of the gun is. So like if it says like if this is already like 1 second or 2 seconds reload, you having 50% reduction in reload speed, which is a lot, like no skill gives you that, it's like 30% usually, then that only reduces it by like 1/8 or something, you know, like it's nothing. So you're like, you can only do so much. Maybe it's on like the really big magazine things you finally feel the like the difference, so to speak. But yes, the zipper. What do you got? Poison rules. Gain 75 critical damage and 75 damage while hitting targets in the back. Who's the shot caller now?
said on the note of the job hunt, I'm awaiting a follow-up for a potential freight dispatcher job I can do as a work-from-home thing.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Might pay decently if I get it.
Okay, well, how does that work? A freight dispatch? Oh, like you're working within a program interval and working for like 2 days, and you're on the computer like making sure you're managing all these things. That's actually huge. That's actually really huge, especially considering that like the last job you had was like what do you call it, stacking shelves and shit, and you're always saying that was like hard on the body, which I can totally see, just like tons of repetitive movement where you're constantly having to like pick up soup cans and shit. You can also work the night shift, which means your body has even less time to recover. Pain. I also think that'd be work that you'd probably have an affinity for. Yeah, like I think people who have a really strong mind would work really well within like software and management of those kind of things.
11,234 said, I love small numbers early game Borderlands.
Yeah.
When you first hit 100 damage eyes.
Yeah.
Lone Syndicate said, wanna go work out and then shout if you need me.
Got it, Joyce Shower. But yeah, when you start getting into like 1,000,000 damage and you're like, yeah, also this is a bummer. It's like a shot from behind. I don't know many people who have like invisibility skills. Even the techno guy doesn't, I don't think. So that one's kind of weird. The only one I could see that being useful for is, dude, the like summons are pretty tuned, at least early game, where like they take a shit ton of aggro for you, which is huge. So I can see that being the only reason why this is actually pretty good. Yeah, actually that's a lot of damage. Gain 75 critical damage and 75 base damage. That's insane. Does it have a shitty? Yeah, it's kind of a shitty base damage. I guess it's low level, so you can't really judge it based on that. But yeah, very neat. I wish he showed like them shooting them. I did see that. I wish there was a video that showed that. Is there a video that showed that? I might have to just find the video I seen of Moxie.
McFlufferkin said better than the plugger or whatever it was called. Big boost of melee from behind.
Yeah, that one was stupid. Especially melee is such a weird thing. Borderlands 4. No, not Vault Hunter abilities. Oh, also, we gotta see what the other people were. Yeah, we probably should do that too. Moxie. There will be a guy with a big old beard. Frankly, a handsome man. Off to the side while we talk about this. But we did get some glorious info. A little break from the legendary talk. About the Vault Hunters. Which maybe we should... Yeah, let's just put on the gameplay in the background when we talk about that. This, sure, we'll go with, yeah, let's do that. Mute, alright. But yeah, we finally know what the hell the one dude is. So like the giant guy with the axes, the big mecha dude, the tallest person in all of Borderlands. Which I'm surprised by, because I thought Krieg was the tallest, but I guess not. I guess he's the tallest, the Viking guy. But what do you call it? One of essentially how he works and how his kit works is he's we all know that he has like the master of weapon summoning, especially melee weapons, right? But apparently he has two action skills essentially. So he has his main action skill, and then he has his like alternative thing with his action skill. And even the one guy has some of these, but apparently the melee guy has all of these. And he has to do with something that's strange called attunement. I don't know if it's called attunement. It's some sort of weird thing that sounded like a stack bot of some kind. Whereas like I believe the techno guy Vasa or something. I don't fucking know. Anyways, he has like a passive where like when he's done using his ult, he'll get like a bonus after the fact, which is nice. The one girl has a
McFlufferkin said, I saw Viking guy had a version that summons 2 ice axes that he sticks together as a big throwing blade.
Yeah, but then they separate, which is weird. So like it kind of, but like I feel like they separate sometimes, which is weird. So I wonder if he does it, if it technically is stick together, but when you slow down the video, it just looks like there's a gap in them. I don't know. But yeah. So yes, this is what they show. They show he has 2 different types of action skills, unlike the other people, and he also has an ordinate, which to me, he's the one who I'm the most curious with, because for Vex, I think I've been convinced that her summons look pretty substantial, like pretty deadly. If you can find some way to get cooldown, they're looking
Catman
good.
11234 said, who's the one we're seeing summon the Reaper dude with the purple
And that's
poppies?
Vex. That's the Siren.
Also, melee dude seems to be my jam.
Yeah, so which melee dude? Because there's this guy who has the Digiblades, and then there's the giant Viking warlord guy, the Techno Viking as the people are calling him, which is a great meme, by the way. Anyways, where he's basically about like...
Raid Nate said, hi there, Grin, how's it
What's
going?
good?
I'm late cause I slept in super late.
Raid, I've been fucking waking up at fucking 6 a.m. every day. It is tough. It is tough to get be on your P's and Q's this much. And also, like, force yourself to become proficient at, like, a much more set amount of time. Yeah. Anyways, but I'm happy you're here. I'm just happy here. I'm happy you're well rested. But we still haven't seen enough from the Viking guy, which I want to see. Which I don't know if he's gonna scale well, because in every single Borderlands, even in fucking Wonderlands, melee was kind of dog shit.
11,234 said, do we know Digiblade guy skills?
Yes.
If either of them have attack speed or speed as a skill tree, I'm in.
We did a whole.
Otherwise, it'd have to see the other.
I'm about to say,
skills.
we did the first stream that we did. We did Vex on our channel. So like the streams that you missed last week, Cap. The first stream that we did, where it was supposed to be like a React stream with the Borderlands thing, we talked about Vex, and then the second stream, the Oblivion stream, was actually not an Oblivion stream. It turned into a more of a let's talk about the guy that you just mentioned, who's awesome. He's the one I think I'm going to play, unless the other 2 are really good. Anyways, we're still on the Viking, Tactical Viking. So he has the 2 melee skills. I'm really hoping that they've just like Vex, where they've seen that the shittiest damage ever is the pet classes, and then followed behind them, it's the melee classes that are saved by a shotgun that has a pellet count of 16, and a class mod that is released by DLC 2 that scales up more. So hopefully we don't need those, or hopefully we can have that but also have it good at a base. So I'm really hoping that the Techno Viking, and we haven't seen any of his skills yet that look like they're a roaming melee alt, which I so desperately want, dude. It'd be annoying. It's so annoying for the Techno Viking, to me, is the coolest visual character in the game. He's just giant fucking cyber arms, big fucking guy, cool fucking treads, etc. And the guy who we don't get to see in a roaming super just like this, it'd be ass. I want to see Techno Viking pull out a giant fucking axe or something and go to town. What we do know about Techno Viking is that he can summon a shield similar to Athena, take damage, and I don't think he throws his shield. I think he throws a whip or a spear. Is a fundamental of one of his skills. Probably an augment. I could see that being something, that's kind of neat. So it's neat if you can lean into it and use it a lot. If you can't, then it's okay, well, I just get this momentary period of safety, and then I kind of super vulnerable. Doesn't sound as good. But anyways, that's basically Techno Viking, where he has more action skills than everybody. He also has, I think he's fundamentally based around weapons. So I don't know if he has an action skill that's not based around doing something with melee weapons. Maybe, I don't know. I do know he has a punch. He has the axe throw that Fluff was talking about. He also has, I think the axe throw, he also has a giant double axe that he does as he comes crashing down and smashes, which I think is his main alt. I think he has a side alt where he just uses you tap his alt while he's in his alt mode. And he can throw axes, and then he has his ending alt, hold down, and you probably activate your big alt, which is this giant smash of an axe into the ground, or a hammer of ice into the ground. It exists in Wonderlands. It's just repurposed from there. But I also think he has I don't know. He has a punch, and he has a spear, and he has a whip apparently. He has a lot of shit. He seems like he has stances, a sword, shield and spear, and whip, and whatever the fuck else would be. I don't know. I don't know. But that he seems neat. I do hope he scales well, and I do hope he has a roaming super. That's my my fingers crossed thing. Anyways, the tiny Maliwan trooper girl, who we have the least amount of information with right now, we actually know what she's all about. Not only is she heavily about elemental stuff, but I wish I could remember this more top of mind. But I think she fundamentally worked around this concept of like, basically like her passive skill is like tethering people. You know how like Maya used to like lock people down in an orb, and then you'd shoot them and it would like share damage? Well, she has that as a passive apparently. So she basically can like tether people and then deal damage to one, and like it'll translate to the others, which is nice. I think you do still have to activate something to get it, I think. But she also has an ability where she like can do telekinesis, which they're making it sound kind of corny, where like you just grab someone, you smash them into the ground. I would have preferred if it was like you mark an enemy and then you mark another enemy and you throw that enemy or box or whatever into him. And if you can't pick up and throw that guy, then you just smash both of them into the ground or something. But it looks like you just grab someone, you just smash them and bonk them on the ground, and it will detonate and transfer damage to a bunch of people. So it seems like a baseline high AoE kind of character and crowd clear, even just based into her like passive mechanic. But yeah, we know she's going to be heavily elemental. We know that she has like a that's what all the like lockdown orbs were. We also know that well, this is speculation, we don't know this, but people are speculating that she's going to have access to like a new pseudo element essentially, which is like rainbow.
Catman 11234 said, does the guy we know the skills of have attack speed or speed as a skill tree option?
Yes.
Then Techno Viking doesn't seem to fit the archetype.
Yeah, what do you call it? The tech guy there, he has, in one of his first skills, he has like fire rate increase, he has tons of reload speed skills within one of his skill trees, but at least to me, how he functioned, the techno guy, is he has like, one skill that favors, I'm blanking on what he does. He has like a roaming melee, and then he has, he has like his turrets on his shoulders. So one skill is like very in line with like turret damage and all that kind of stuff. Then the other one's very in line with like melee and all that stuff. And then he has one in the middle that's more like specialized for both of those, and or specialized to gear that is also like a sub build that you could run. Where like it seems like he's kind of leaned in with his like using a blaster, like a giant like energy blaster as his alt skill tree. It basically acts as like a bot. So he like one of the things I noticed is he has a in one of the things, back to our one video, which I think is this. Maybe that's the one we should look at. It's this one. What do you call it? Yeah. What was I saying? I can't stay on track. He has a skill. There's a class mod I seen. Sorry for the one guy, not Vex. The fucking can't remember his name. Jeff or something. I don't know. Vasa or something. I don't know. Anyways, he has a skill tree that basically every single time you activate an action skill or reactivate an action skill, you basically can spawn a grenade. So that makes his like weird Mollywand, not Mollywand, TDR TDR build where it's all about like reloading and lowering your magazine and all these kind of things. It makes that build make way more sense, because you basically use that action skill, spam it 3 times, if not 4 times, drop 4 extra fucking grenades on their lap, and be able to just cause like a ton of damage in that interval. And also like there's a lot of cool things that actually your blaster turns into. I just don't think it'll be something you invest in at early game, because it doesn't seem to scale. It seems to scale off gear, and if you don't have gear, you're fucked. So you'd probably scale off melee or his turrets. Anyways, this is very cool. This is a weapon that whenever you have overshield, it stops taking damage. Very fucking cool. I love weapons like this because it like facilitates a build and is catered by like some aspect of the build. I don't think it takes the shields. It might, but I don't think it takes the shield. I think the more you fire it does eat your shield if you don't have overshield. I wonder if it like if you have overshield, you're good. If that's the case, then Vasa, fucking I can't remember his name. Surely they say it. Surely there's a thing that said Rafa. I knew I was close. Yes, Rafa. Anyways, these are some of the other legendaries. We got Kunai, which is maybe a Zero reference. I've got blades stashed in places you can't even imagine. 7 charges. Not only that, it comes with the legendary perk Ninja Speed, grants 10 movement speed for a short time, with each consecutive hit for a maximum of 7 stacks. So you can get 70 fucking movement speed. I'm so interested in this. I wonder if every single legendary can summon with one fundamental like perk given that thing. I wonder if it's Jacob's, but if you get like a throwing
Catman
knife.
11,234 said movement speed YEAAA.
Yeah. You'll be able to zip around. I'm about to say, yeah, you might be having too much movement speed in this game, actually. Well, with being open world, maybe not. But yeah, you can like, I would assume there, especially with the knives, that like you're gonna be able to throw, whether it's like torque or something like that. Not torque.
Lone Syndicate said insert sexual innuendo here.
TDM. Oh, my back. TDR, I can see being like where you throw one and you technically throw two. Something like that, maybe if it reduces the damage, but even still, it allows you to stack bot this faster. Very fucking cool. Yes, I do think it is just a bog standard knife, though. Yeah, it's just... Apparently, throwing knives are broken, though, which I don't know if I dislike, because they're like a one-and-done thing. Yeah, it comes back in a second. So if that thing's hitting like with a train, like a freight train, then maybe not. But anyway, I do think they count as melee damage as well. So I do think you're able to actually deal melee damage as you use that. We got the Ninja Star. What is the shield or grenade, my guy? Moxie, please. Come on. There it is. So this one was super hyped to me. This one, like, to me, was starting to make me feel like, okay, we're having fun now. We're in the what do you call it? The fun realm of legendaries. Oh no way! Is this a
Catman 11,234 said I'm 100% getting a throwing knife and doing a ninja build with Jeff or whatever his name is.
Rafa, like a dog, rough. Anyways, but I wonder if this is a Brick reference to one of his best shotguns within Borderlands 1, which is Brick had like this blaster build, like this explosive build, and he would just explode it like crazy, or like it just did so much explosive damage. This one is ×2, and it's basically says projectiles float upwards and spawn child grenades. It's not what you think it is, though. It's not the flacker or something like that, or the sword explosion. It is weirder, but it's like its cousin. Yeah, you shoot, it goes up in the air. This just gonna be hard as fuck to land, son. Also, I wonder if you can scoop it, like if you jump, shoot, and then it curves forward, like in a big ass boss.
Captain
if it immediately detonates
11,234
again.
said reference to old Halo.
Oh, is that what it is?
Chief flies really far, and Sergeant Johnson says, for a brick, he flew pretty good.
With enough force, aerodynamics in the armor, a super soldier, all that. But I was gonna say, yeah, to me, man, this one, I wonder if you could get it, because some of the things in Borderlands which made it so much fun is that you could get like ×15 on a fucking gun. So if you shoot 15 of these fucking things in one, your piece is gonna explode.
Lone
But
Syndicate said, so if the boss or an enemy is flying this gun, will useless.
Well, maybe you just gotta try harder to shoot. You gotta hella predict where they're going. All right, here we go. Is this the one that we already read? Yeah. So this is the one where it will eat your shield and do not consume ammo, essentially, so it doesn't consume any ammo, which is nice. But if you have overshield, I think it says it doesn't take any ammo. When overshield is active, shield energy will not be depleted. So I don't know if that means it eats shield energy or if it means it just doesn't take shield anymore. So long as you have overshield, which what's his name, Rafa, can pretty easily get, bang, back off, man. I'm a scientist. The I got what? I got. I don't know what that really refers to, but anyways, that's it. There it is. It's the cool not Mythbusters, fucking, I'm so terrible. Ghostbusters, sorry. I always get close, to be fair, to give myself some bonuses. They gave him a bunch of keys, and this is him unlocking things. So people are speculating about this, where gold keys were kind of only useful when you were just starting out in Borderlands. Shift keys is what we call them. But essentially, in Borderlands 4, maybe shift keys are actually going to be way more useful because they may be actually dropping legendaries, where legendaries was very rare to get from the chest.
11,234 said, ohm is a unit of electrical measurement.
Oh.
I imagine it's a pun on, oh my god.
Oh! I would, yeah,
Lone
right over my
Syndicate
head.
said, who you gonna call Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters, infinite boost shield, all that. Here we go. So this is kind of funny. There was a grenade within Borderlands 3, which was called the fish slapper, which basically it was kind of shitty. It was like to me it felt like a devil's deal, where they're like, oh, you want a grenade that does this melee damage? Great. It's a bounce grenade. So like the one thing a melee person needs is to reach people who are far the fuck away that he can't melee. And they're like, here's an AoE grenade that can never summon with anything and is extremely hard to connect with.
Blaze Fire 1985 said Ecto Cooler.
What's good?
I miss that drink.
I miss that drink, Ecto Cooler. I don't know if I've ever tried it. Oh, I wanted to have an energy drink today. I forgot it. But anyways. But yeah, Fish Slap essentially does AoE things. At least it has 3 charges, which is pretty huge. Overflow Max Grenade Charge. Ooh, that's a fucking cool perk that you have another grenade charge. I wonder.
Lone Syndicate said I saw that grenade slap on Amara.
Dude, I wonder if you can get double of the same perk. If you could, that'd be so fucking fire, man. That'd be so cool. Imagine getting like one purple grenade that has the overflow, just overflow. That'd be crazy. No fucking way.
Catman 11,234 said it deals melee damage though. Does that mean no explosion?
No, it does.
Build?
So there's things in this game which will basically be like, it's a grenade, but in case you have a melee build, you can still use it. So like this is a grenade for melee builds because there's a grenade slot, and unless you if you put all your points into scaling up that, then you're gonna be screwed. So usually it's like a percentage of what the damage is. It will convert it to melee damage essentially. And there's skills to do the same thing, which they'll take like your gun damage and make it melee damage, or melee damage make it gun damage. Usually it's that. It's usually melee damage converted into gun damage, just so you're able to kind of use weapons still, because there's just so many weapons in the fucking game. They're guns. So if you have a melee build, the devs are like, please, love of God, just fucking be normal for a little bit. Anyways, fully loaded slapper. Wow. It's more of a cool wow. Probably something. There's another one. Is this one a shield? It is an energy shield. Resonate Extra Medium. Nucleus Synthesis. When energy shield breaks or fills, it triggers a nova that deals 434 damage. Siphon. When dealing damage, there's a 10% chance for you to gain an overshield. Yeah, dude, that's the only thing that I have a slight criticism against, is the passive side perks are better than the legendary perk. Like the ability for you just to deal damage in general and get 10% overshield, and that doesn't have a cooldown. Like you just throw a grenade that does dot damage and it tick, and it does it say a percentage? No, it just says you deal damage and you have a 10% chance to get 63% of your shield at a flat rate. It's just not. Yeah, that's insane. That's such a good perk as just a secondary perk. Anyways. But people were mentioning about this one where what happens if you're able to get it at level 1. So there's a thing within Borderlands where people would basically try to get a weapon at the lowest possible thing, especially Nova Shields, because you'd want it to snap and break immediately. And usually you have something that gets you your shield percentage faster, or increases the shield recharge rate. It never worked out perfectly because we just had skills in the previous games which got you to have max shield in a second, no matter the shield amount if you're playing Moze or whatever, right? But anyways, very neat. I don't think he puts it on or shows it. I don't know how he can, because you have to, it's Novas or something. But here we go, a pistol. Dude, some of the weapons that he gets are so fucking cool. He gets, I think this is it. Is this it? This is it.
Catman 11,234 said it's a better flame of the Firehawk.
Oh, yeah. The one that to me was the best flame of the Firehawk in Borderlands 3, the last DLC, they had this thing that was a Nova Shield, but instead of being a Nova Shield, it was an arc tether. So that so long as you were sprinting, it would activate this tether, and then when it detonated, I think it did a mass AoE and amplified, it tethered to 3 other people. So what you do with Moze is you basically throw grenades and sprint around, and you just see people exploding, because it would just keep doing dot damage, and Moze was every damage you deal, you explode with fire and electricity and shit, so that even if it wasn't that much damage, all the other damage that followed it was so good. Anyways, this is a really cool pistol that gets me excited for actually feeling legendary. And it's funny, dude, I'm seeing so many people who would play Destiny finally realizing that Destiny's dying.
1985 said enjoying Borderlands 4.
Yeah, I'm getting hyped for it. But what do you call it? I was going to say, I've been seeing so many people play Destiny finally start to give Borderlands 4, or get excited for Borderlands 4 a little bit. And it's funny because to me, one of the things I can't wait is I'm come over here and see how good these legendaries are. Because the Unkept Herald, hell, even a weapon that's notorious for being a piece of shit, like the Flacker, which is a death sentence. They're still they swing, but a lot of these seem like they fucking are going to be good as well. So for instance, this pistol is called the Phantom Flame. Basically, it's got a skill where when you zoom in, not only do you lock onto your target after a very short amount of time, but you also fire your entire magazine. I think he shows this eventually. Also, Jacob things rocket. I don't know if it aims. I don't know if it gets critical hits, so that's kind of a wasted perk. I think this thing will quickly auto lock to heads and stuff like that. But I do believe he does use it, and it just empties the magazine. He's not tapping it fast. He's just tapping it once, and it just empties the entire magazine. Boom. Also, I like the no sight. I don't know why. It's just a chill weapon. Also got a blade on it. Very neat. I do think he uses it eventually, but he's not showing the footage of it, him using it yet. A new shield. Psychosis. When damaged, grant 15 elemental resistance and 50 resistance to the last damage type you receive in 5 seconds. This is a returning one. I think I've seen it before. The passive skills.
11,234 said, so this pistol is Deadeye from Red Dead 2.
Yeah, probably. That's probably exactly what it is. But I was gonna say maybe not because it's a lockup pistol for sure. But I was gonna say so you can get 2 perks on 1 legendary, so that's also an RNG thing, dude. There's gonna be so much RNG, man. I'm very excited for it. I'm sure I'm gonna hate it eventually, but yeah, the idea that you're gonna go for a legendary perk, and I bet you can have 2 to 3. I wouldn't be surprised if you're able to get 3 perks, because I thought that was what made epics really valuable. The purple tier, because it can spawn with 4 unique traits, and this one's only able to spawn with, I think, 4, but it's always going to be lacking because of the legendary trait, or maybe it's only 2 or 3, maybe 3. That might be the limitation, so maybe that's what it is. That makes sense. So you're only allowed 2 like passive manufacturer perks alongside the legendary one. So the legendary one's taking up 2 slots, essentially, is a better way to put it. Neat. Here we go. Bagging cold shoulder. So some of them might just not be ready yet, i.e., there's no text that describes it. It just says iced out.
Catman 11,234 said Deadeye slowed down time, locked onto targets, and then for every lock-on, you shot, usually emptying your magazine.
Yeah, I just feel like for me, Deadeye was like basically you would try to like slow down time. You'd aim at the head on all of them. You'd mark a headshot, and then you just bang out a bunch of headshots. Whereas this one, I think it just locks onto the person. So you're gonna also you don't go into a slow-mo state. You just kind of hover with them a minute, and you empty your mag. Like he shows it in use, and it's just magged up. Also, what's good, Stitch? The Flakka was actually good in BL3. It got yes. It was not that it was never bad. It's just the Flakka was like a death sentence. Like if you had any build, it would kill you. Like because it did so much explosive damage, and like if you had any range perks, it would just eat you alive.
I think iced out is a boost to the cryo efficiency.
Iced out? Well, so it's not. Well, apparently I'm not sure. I don't think that's right. Because he does use it eventually, and it ends up being weird. Like it ends up having like a weird hit pattern. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's another shield? Okay. Basically, it just has like a heat-seeking bullets or some shit, but it's super not like accurate at all. Anyways. Wings of Grace. When equipped, grants faster revive for fight for your life. When FX expires, grant 1 second win, 300 seconds cooldown. Yeah, see, then there's perks like this where I'm just like, I'm out. I'm not interested. Yeah, see, this is where he shoots it. So this is the weapon that was iced out or whatever it is, which it seems to have like really shitty AoE or like accuracy, but then he shoots it from afar and it looks like it eventually gets heat-seeking projectiles. See? Like they start kind of zooming in. So you shoot like micro missiles that I think lock on. So so this is why people are saying like we got 3 months out. They're still gonna add the text that says, hey, you gotta melee someone or get an ordnate damage and then mark them, and then that now heat seeks on them or something, or maybe you just shoot at long range and that's your best bet. Who knows? This one to me is the one that I was the most excited for when I seen it, because I was just like, oh dude, that's gonna be vicious. Also these are all at like level 9. Prison rules gain 7. Oh wait, no, was this it? No, wasn't it? Okay, well this is what pisses me off sometimes about Borderlands, where like the perk to me is okay, but the functionality of the pistol itself, like the body, is awesome. Shoot it, Moxie. Shoot the fucking thing. By the way, this is Moxie, great content creator. Look at this. It just empties the mag. Bang, bang, boom, slap. So clean. And I do think it's the manufacturer that's the new one that like basically you have like endless mag. There we go. Oh, so this is really cool. This is an ordnate weapon, I believe, but it's a buzz axe. So instead of it being a throwing knife, you just huck buzz axes like Krieg. So there's definitely going to be like a role play Krieg build in this game. It's got to be the one guy. Maybe I don't know, maybe. Ooh, dude, if Rafa with his digi blades can turn them like red or some shit, which you might be able to actually do, because you could change like the hue glow of your elements in the previous game. Then you could totally do like a Krieg fucking Sith build with like throwing buzz axes and shit. So all we need is Rafa with like actually he does have like a prison suit actually. Maybe like a discount Rafa. We have Krieg at home Rafa. Anyway. But yes, turn around. Oh, I love it. Oh my god, I can hear his voice. I can hear his voice in my head. I know that sounds gay, but I can just hear it. Turn around, pretty lady. My boy. Oh, I miss you so much. Anyway. Yeah, I think he throws it. Also, there's a known bug where frames drop. Look at that. You can just hold it out, too. Bang. I feel like it could use an explosion, but that's just me. But still fun. Little baby axe type Krieg thing. Very fun. I'm so excited for this game. I feel like they're tapping into, like, the right level of nostalgia things for me. Just don't fucking kill characters I love. Bring a new person into the game. Kill that motherfucker, okay? Kill Ava also, and you'll bring back a lot of fans. Alright, yeah, kunai. We talked about this one, movement speed. He does throw it. It's just kunai in the wall. It's like pink. And throw. Neat. What is this? Yeah, it's the same thing. There it is. Gripping lead balloon. Light white. Projectiles float upward. And we already watched this one. We already seen this one. It was very cool. It shoots up in the air. Comes down. Very neat. There it is. We already watched this one. Did I fuck up? Did I go backwards? Or is this just behind? I don't know.
Lone Syndicate said Ava gonna be our DLC Vault Hunter. GRINN spoke it into existence last time.
No, it's not. Could it just be Tiny Tina? I heard Moxie actually say this in the video, which I disagree with. He was like, I kind of want them to make new Vault Hunters. Like, don't bring back the old ones, which I kind of agree with. But at the same time, I just think it's like, it's agonizing. Like, the only way that they don't bring Tiny Tina into, like, the thing... and this game is like 5 years after the fact. So like Tina is full on woman at this point. Beforehand she was like fucking like I think like 23 maybe something. Still old, but like that like Vault Hunters have like a life. If you're not Gage, okay, Gage is a child, but if you're not Gage, they're all older people. Like they're like maybe like sub 28 up, essentially. But yeah, so I just think like the only way that Tina does not get utilized within like the DLC thing is it's gotta be that they're waiting for like Borderlands 5 to be like, holy fuck, you were gonna play as Tina, and I just hate edging, like just give me the character that is hopefully like Krieg, and if they had half a mind, they would do that. They would make like essentially the same thing Krieg was, like a chaotic, psychotic, weird thing that like is super weird with the builds that you can create, but it's undoubtedly strong as shit. Because people both love Gage in that, like both their playstyles, as heavy swings as they were. Anywho, yes. Also, Crazy says I haven't seen any of it yet. Been trying to stay away from spoilers. Ooh, I apologize, Crazy. I've been getting tempted. Man, to me, I think this game is big enough.
Said Tina gonna be a grandma by the time we get her playable.
Don't say that. Don't say that. What if they make her like just an asshole, just some sort of old, rude piece of shit? Anyways, Lord said, die. Why? Why die? Also, Cat said, no wait, before that, Crazy. I think the only reason I'm starting to like, I do think they're giving us a lot. Yeah. But at the same time, I also think that this game is going to be big enough to where I don't know if I'll have that regret looking back on it. I feel like if anything, I'll be like, man, there's so much going on with this thing. I don't think I'm gonna hate being like, I know some of the legendaries, especially considering like knowing the legendaries don't mean shit. You know why? Because we don't know the thousands of manufacturer bonuses that are going to define the legendary. The legendary perk, I guarantee, is going to be nothing. It's the legendary with the subsequent, like, getting an ordnate mod that also has ×3 ordnate grenades, that also has, like, a scaling damage mod, probably. And that's going to be, like, probably pretty crucial, you know? Kat says, it would be hard since there'd be 2 of Tina's on multiplayer. Maybe they don't have that. Well, I don't know if that's ever been a problem because it's always been weird, right? Like, yeah, like Tina's always been that weird. Like when you can play like 2 zeros in one Borderlands thing on multiplayer, right? Like you didn't have to. It's not like someone took up a slot. You know what I mean? Crazy says, I kind of don't want to play the 140 though. Don't pay it. Do not pay it. This is what crazy to me. To me, I keep not hearing people make this argument, which to me it's the most obvious argument for the money thing, which is the argument for the 140 is there's the base game, there's the tiny little micro packs, which you don't have to pay for, which are like called Headhunter packs, which are just like a couple bosses, maybe a legendary or something. And then the big fucking DLCs that are going to cost probably like $20 to $35 or $25 to $30 a piece, which add up probably beyond 140. So 140 is just the like buyer's remorse early thing. If you want,
yes,
I'm not doing that.
Were all
That's
new,
crazy.
Not story characters.
Yet
Tina is an established story character, so 2 of her in their eyes might be not desirable.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying that like if you're playing Tina and then I don't know because yeah, I mean I guess but
Lone Syndicate said imagine a legendary is only good if you have a Torg barrel, a Malawan mag, a Dahl stock and a Jacob's grip, and the odds of getting that is 0.003%.
God. Oh yeah. I was gonna say, but to me, man, so long as the end game is good, I'm not upset. And so long as they don't find, like, if you can always do save files, you can transfer save files. I don't think it's gonna be the end of the world. Things like that, you know what I mean? But that's a better point, Kat. I'll concede that I didn't think about that, but I do think people would rather have that still. But Kat's basically saying that, like, okay, well, let's say in Borderlands 3, what if they made Krieg a playable character? Or maybe not Krieg's a bad example because Krieg could play as.
GTID said the Froliva gameplay came out red exclamation mark. Unfortunately, she has a singing ult. The premium Havoc team will be her Kant and Rocha. They all buff each other just like the premium Fusion team.
Yeah,
I won red exclamation mark.
I gotta buff each other just like I gotta skip. I won. Oh, you win? You're going for the red goth lady, the red-haired goth Lolita lady looking person. I don't think I can, man. I gotta take a pass on something. The Havoc team is one of my least favorite.
Didn't expect TTS to have a stroke there, but it was funny.
Well, I mean, when you put 3 O's, it's kind of trying to track all the O's. Anyways, what is this weapon? We've been sitting on here for too long. Royal Armory fires high-speed round and damages enemies. Has a 30% chance to spawn a sticky grenade. This is also a what pistol? Torque pistol at a base. Very cool. 30% chance. Second fire mode, stickies detonate, yeah. Okay. That's not bad. But see this one. Yeah, see this was the one that like when you shoot someone in the back, you do like 10,000 more damage and that just immediately killed that person. This is the one that's a little bit more like... Torgue weapons have a bad habit of being very gimmicky. Like... They're like it's kind of like melee used to be, or like how pets used to be. I shouldn't say melee used to be. How pets? You've seen pets can pack a punch in the game, at least at the beginning of the game. Her Reapers can fuck shit up. The Vex, that Siren, but we haven't got confirmation if melee is going to be good or if Torgue is going to be good. Because Torgues have, at least in my opinion, have always been like unnecessarily gimmicky. In fact, the best Torgue weapon, which is one of the best weapons in the game, called the Unkempt Herald, was good because
GTID
it had the least gimmicky
my praying
stuff.
worked her weapon is crossing Tai Kuro Games. Plus, she'll have a Sonata new set.
I'm praying her weapon is Kuro Game pulls and she has this nice set. Okay. Oh, you mean has her own unique set and shit? Yeah. I'm not sure, man. I wonder what her skill set will be. I know people who looked into Leakland know what her like whole MO is gonna be, but I feel like it has to be summoner adjacent, right? But I don't know if it is. A new Sonoro set. What is that? Just a set piece, like a set bonus? Yes, this is the one gun again, the one ice gun. It seems real like it's got to be playing to a gimmick because that just seems ass. You have to maybe be far the fuck away, but like they're constantly missing, but yet they seem like they kind of heat seek, so I don't. Yeah. Ugh. Some of them need to be tuned. Yeah, see, this is the one that's the heat seeking pistol, the one that Kat was saying is like Deadeye. So it's still just like a mag dump weapon, which seems really good, like almost like a mat dude. Never mind. imagine you get this thing that's like a masher that has heat-seeking projectiles and magnums. That's, first of all, your magazine's going to be kaput. That's one thing. But see, he aims it a little bit, locks on, it gives you a lock thing, and then it's a little bit, it hooks. I do wonder if you can still get critical headshots, though. But it's kind of fine because everything can crit on this game. Like, body shots can even crit. It's just a lower percentage chance. I think getting a headshot is a guarantee. So why not go for the guarantee? And then the other ones, I spat everywhere. Also, this gives you a good insight of what the Viking guy is. This is a Viking guy class mod called Fiery Elementalist, okay? Also, we're getting 4. That's a lot of perk distribution, man. 4 of this and 2 of this. Back in my day, we had 3, maybe 2, and that's it. But damn. Yeah, it's a lot, actually. Jesus. Anyways, it says, whenever an affinity skill gains a stack, all unlocked affinity skills gain a stack. For each stack of affinity, for all affinity stacks, Amon gains increased movement speed. So I guess there's it's just like he has some characters have kill skills. I bet he has something like doing melee damage builds up a stack. Doing a sliding could build up a stack, whatever it could be. And every single time you build up one stack, you build up another stack for all of the other affinity skills. Pretty cool. And that just increases your movement speed. Pretty cool. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Fun reference. All that. The Forge Knight class mod. So I think he is determined in the class or in the game to be a knight or I'm not sure if it's a paladin. I thought it was actually a paladin. It was some sort of weird shield guy, which is not the vibe I get from him. I get him like
Catman
a
11234 said the colors of this photo are extremely cyberpunk 2077 colors.
This one, yeah. Very cool. Movement speed galore. All that. All these screenshots are coming from the playtest that a bunch of people got to do, I think in San Francisco or something like that. And everyone was taking pictures. This person took an amazing image. What kind of phone do you have, sir? Electric Avatar. This is for Vex's skill. Pretty good. Again, looks like we're having a lot of distribution within the class mods. Vex and her minions deal increased damage for every active attunement. So you guys don't know, every single time you summon one of these puppets for Vex, she basically gains, she can apply an element to them for, I think it's 5 to 7 seconds. I think it's 7 seconds. So if you summon a thing, switch weapons, summon a thing.
Praying Mantis arm blades for 2077. It was fun AF.
Oh yeah, man. What do you call it? That's gonna be great. Yeah, to me, I was always partial to punches and the whips. The nano wire in Cyberpunk to me was always fire because you hold it down and just decapitate a motherfucker instead of lunging at them and your face kind of mushes into their chest and then they fall apart as you kind of pull back. The nano wire, you could sit and watch and cut someone in half like you're a telekinetic freak. You know what I mean? Also, you can mind control people and get their heads to explode and shit. Great. Anyways, attunement damage or attunement duration, that's kind of nice. Shotgun stuff. I am the Avatar. You gotta deal with it. I don't know if I agree with that because you're summoning a bunch of fucking copies of herself. So, could the Avatar do that? Probably. Unfortunately, it was one of the shows I never got to really watch because I could never plan out my day enough to be oh, it's gonna be on today, and it was always the episode that was two seasons behind. I don't know. I wish they just marathoned it. They didn't. Anywho, very cool. Skip. There we go. Talking about attunement skills with their passive. Yes. Here we go. A shield. We already got the shield. We already seen that shield. Nova damage and stuff. Very cool. 100k seems decent. Husky. No, so this is the one that is, to me, dude, if there's one that I'm the most excited for, it's always Tidior. So apparently in this game, by the way, unlike previous games, manufacturers have been limited based on whatever weapons they support. So for instance, in Borderlands 3, there was no assault rifle Tidior.
Catman 11234 said don't associate that quote with the good name of Avatar. That other red quote was from Korra, a far worse sequel.
We don't talk about Korra. There's a lot of toxicity. Anyways, what was I about to say? So Tidior, basically there was no assault rifles in Tidior. There were SMGs, but in this game, there's going to be assault rifles for Tidior. So every weapon, every manufacturer excluded one of the gun tiers. So they're going to be taking one away and adding one. I don't know what they're going to be taking away. It's clearly not, I don't think it's pistols. I don't think it's assault rifles. I could see it being SMGs, because SMGs were kind of always a little whatever, for Torg or Tidiors. I always get them mixed up, sorry. But, dude, imagine getting a Tediore and fucking with like Torg manufactured parts on it where it's doing like AoE projectiles and shit. Wild. Or Stackbot. Oh my god. Imagine you get like the more detonation stickies you have on a weapon, the more damage it deals, and you just throw like 3x your weapons and they're like circling around one boss, stacking up a fuck ton of little dots. Oh, great. Although I think every time you reload, it detonates the previous subsequent amount of that. Yeah. Anyways. But yeah, so this is one called the Auto Husky turret. It's unfortunate because we don't see the subtext as they haven't put it in here yet, unless that's just what they're doing. So some of them you just have to guess at what they do. But Husky Auto Turret. I wonder if that is like a turret that is like a beefy version of guns with legs. So instead of it being a tiny shotgun, it like buffs out to being like a dog-sized shotgun that can like run around and shoot stuff. Maybe do a little more knockback. Who knows?
Catman 11234 said gyrojets in that perk are sick.
Oh, what
it makes it like a 40k bolter. Each bullet is rocket propelled. A real-life weapon was made like that, called the gyrojet.
Oh, really? Damn. Let me read it. I didn't get to read it yet. What do you call it? Let's see. Tediore, sorry. A combo replacer javelin. Throw 2 guns that propel forward and can be shot to increase the explosion damage. See, I hope there's ones that aren't functioning like this, where it's like they don't have to explode. Like, it'd be cool if you get 2x your throw, but didn't explode. Torg licensing impact fires gyros that explode on impact. Interesting. So this is a Tediore weapon. I really wish I could see what this looks like to shoot. We just prefer to use Husky. I don't know what the reference is, but I'm very curious because this, I feel like this cannibalizes itself. You definitely want like a flying, well, honestly, this is always the best. I shouldn't say always. There's like some builds that function around like just dumping your entire mag into an AoE explosion. But most of the time you want the summons that like will dump the rest of the mag, just so you don't have to shoot. So it like times X's your damage output. Anywho, here's another one. We already got this, the movement speed one, the ninja speed, movement speed one. We got the nucleus. This is a different one. This one was really cool to me. It sounded like an alien grenade. Rapid chum murky. Incessant, is that what it's called? Continuously homes on targets, but oh wait, was this it? Oh no, it's not. Oh shit, I thought this was not the perk. There's a grenade that basically hovers over an enemy and like drops shit on them constantly, which I thought, oh, that sounds pretty nice. Express grenade duration reduction, that's also a perk that I could see being huge. Just reduces the cooldown of your grenades, so you can basically like back-to-back them. Grenades home in on nearby targets. Continuously home in on targets. That's a weird one. Yeah. Home in on nearby enemies. Continuously. Maybe this one like locks on and will like follow them forever. I don't know. The dude gets behind cover and will like block it. I don't know. Yeah, this is the one. Sorry, this is the one I think. It's like a disc too, which is cool. A recursive. Hover above enemies, firing a beam down below. Let's do this one last time. Rapid repulsor. Yeah, dude, that sounds awesome. One, it's like a frisbee disc, which is sick. That you throw it and it will like hover on top of an enemy and just do more damage over time. We also got a cooldown thing, which is cool. We got 2 charges, which is not bad. I wonder if, I guess it just says this is what's weaker you have currently on. Harloom is also one that I have no idea what it is. It is a Jacob's weapon. Harloom does not tell me shit about what this does. Yes, lots of them are like that. Juggler. This one is really cool too. This is another knife throwing one. But basically you throw your knife and if you can basically catch the rebound. I wonder how badly the cooldown is on it. But yeah, 8 seconds. It's not actually that bad if you don't catch it. But I imagine if you don't catch it, you get stabbed in the chest. So yeah. That's kind of cool.
Flufferkin said that was TK's wave, so I imagine it functions like it used to.
Oh, is that what it said? I didn't read the name of it. Shit. Good call, Fluff. But I was going to say, there's this one, which is, so I don't know. So that's one thing I'm not certain about. I think grenades were called out specifically as being specifically unique to legendaries because they can summon with this thing called an augment. And then 2 passive perks that are like manufacture based. But I don't know if legendary weapons can also have that, or if that's just an ordinate thing. I'm just wondering the split. Maybe it's always 4 perks and the legendary one takes up 2. or maybe it's always 5 perks, but the legendary one takes up 2, so you're only allowed 3 perks. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure what's like a good amount of perks that you're getting on your thing and what's not so good. Anywho, the last, do we read this one yet? No, this one's good. When energy shields fill, grants overshield. When it's empty, you grant 25 fire rate and 25 movement speed and regenerate 1 ammo. When your shields are full. When shields are full, you get all of it. I thought there was a character that had like a really good shield steal perk, like where you could just get chunks of your shield back, because that's such a good perk. 25 fire rate and 25 movement speed and recover 1 ammo. That's wild. I still don't know if ammo regen is mag like your mag, or if it's your like reserve. I hope it's your reserve, because there's a lot of shit that functions around like reloading. So I don't know. I think it'd be cooler if it was reserve instead of you being in this weird, weird place. Mag booster on kill. There's a 15% chance for you to spawn an ammo boost that instantly refills your gun. See, so why would they like? I guess that still could make sense of why they're defining it like that. One's a burst of mags, bullets, and then the other one is ammo regen. I hope it's 1 bullet in your reserve, but who knows? Anywho. Well, they could say like, ammo implies to me that like it's more of a reserve than it's your mag. Anyways, Wind of Grace. We'll probably not. Let's show one more. I think we might be coming to the word where we got all of it. Yeah, Groovy. I think is very similar to a perk that existed within the base game of Borderlands 3, which was like a disco grenade. You throw it and then it like explodes in like confetti and lights for like a couple seconds. I think it's like 2-3 seconds. Maybe this one's just a bigger example of that. I don't know, but neat. Also, I wonder what it does. Does it deal damage? It only does 160 damage, so hopefully it's a damage over time thing. Who knows? This is another grenade called Death from Above. I can only imagine what that is. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's good. I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think we should do? Because for those guys who missed it, we were troubleshooting for a good part of the stream because, goddamn, I could not get it to work with me. My thing, I updated Windows. Mistake, I know. And it has been a piece of shit. It has taken my monitor and not let me do it. So there is about a 2-second delay. What I could maybe do... this. Give me a hot minute. I gotta fiddle with stuff. Okay. Is this synced? Real quick. Is this synced? I can maybe see in the viewfinder. Don't look at my freak mouse. Okay. Okay, I think it's synced. Well, it's hard because the game doesn't move. I guess good. I've delayed it by enough. Is it still sound synced when I talk? Is it super fucking distorted? I had to delay it by 2 seconds because we're using this weird Frankensteinian method. Anyways, but I do want to check this out. Fluff gave us some cool Dark Tide gameplay of the new subclass there. That is him looking all kinds of crazy. He has a dog. I don't know what he has. It looks fine.
Looks fine.
Perfect. Gotcha. I know what you were trying to say. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're trying to say some sort of complicated thing. Looks fine to me. Perfect. Thank you. I'm happy. We've solved that, at least for now. DT says, I'm still waiting for
your
adult
speaking
avatar
seems to be
movie.
synced at least.
The thing, yeah, I don't know if I delayed it enough for my voice, which I should be. It should have been more or less delayed. Sorry for stirring that right into the microphone. That's my bad. The new shotgun looks sick. Maybe it's not new, but it looks new. I don't know why. This is what I'm kind of like debating in my head of should I play the new Borderlands with a mouse, which I just never have. I really kind of grew into it when I was playing Doom. And it is an FPS. I just don't know if it demands so much speedy, twitchy fiber nonsense. But I also know that it's way more like technically clicky. You know, you got your alt, you got your menus, you got your grenades, you got your reloads, and all these kind of complex things. There's a ton of weapons to switch to, shit like that. So I don't know. But yes. Also, we are at our point where we're almost 2 weeks out. I think by next Monday, we'll be 2 weeks out from the vacation that I'm going on for 3 weeks, which I will prep content for you guys every Thursday, Friday, Saturday for the weeks that I will be gone. I will miss you to death. Please don't forget about me. All that. Or take a vacation for yourself and take a break from me. Maybe that's for the best. But just want to let you guys know that it is encroaching, but we still got time. Thank God.
Said Arbitz gets 2 new melee and 2 new ranged options exclusive to the class.
Ooh.
The Executioner shotgun that has a special rounds visibly loaded from the top slots that deals shot damage.
Ooh, that's fun.
Raidmate said, oh yeah, Grin, a new Warframe update dropped yesterday and was playing it basically all day yesterday.
Damn, what is it? What's so good about it? Dude, Warframe is one of those games I feel like I so hope badly that there's like a people make like I know it's impossible, but like it'd be cool if they were like, hey, we wanted this game to exist forever. Here's like, because I worry that Warframe like could be bought by some people and like
Catman 11,234 said, what do I do without my weekly grin? Gonna have withdrawals. You better have some bomb ass stories.
I probably will be active on the Discord if we have internet, hopefully. I'll probably be active on the Discord and be like, hey guys, here's me at the beach or something, because I have no one to tell. So I might as well tell you guys. So, yeah. But yes, I'll probably try not to dox myself while I'm there. But it's gonna be interesting, man.
McFlufferkin said the other weapons are a shorter Arbite shock maul, electric mace, a shock maul plus suppression shield, AoE stagger effect, and my personal favorite, the shock pistol plus shield.
Ooh, the shock
pistol.
pistol.
Double shield.
Wait, the shock pistol and the shield can go double shield. I'm about to say the shock pistol and the shield sounds fire because we have range, like a ranged melee type thing. That sounds great. I still don't know if there's anything that's as satisfying as running around with a little dagger and just like cutting people up and tagging them and like doing all this weird dodgy shit, attacking super fast, like shanking the fuck out of people. Yeah, I can see it being useful though. Having like a shield in general is amazing for Ulgrins. Ulgrin, the shield thing was like hard carry shit. You had a shield. But yes. But yeah, my plan, it should be, as much as it's like, I will very much be lost. Like, dude, if I could be honest with you guys for just a couple seconds before we get to the react. I as far as I'm concerned, bro, I'm going with my family, and we're going because our grandparents are getting older, and we want to like experience one like good final hurrah with them. Not final hurrah. It's just like we probably won't, we go on a vacation for like 15 years, if that. We're just not that kind of people. We're really busy and yada. Anyways, but that's what this trip is meant for. So it's less about like having a bunch of fun doing crazy stuff. It's more about just spending some time with my lovely grandparents who were crucial in raising us and all that stuff. Anyway, but I was not game for 3 fucking weeks. That is some insane amount of time to be doing less. In fact, I plan on doing a lot there. I plan on like still, learning my entrepreneurial stuff. I still plan on learning marketing, sales, all that stuff. Working hard, waking up early, doing this stuff, just so I don't go crazy. I haven't like stopped moving in a long time. Like I want to say ever since I was probably 22. I'm currently 28. So yes. So it's gonna be. I probably am gonna try to not do that. If I'm just being real, I'm probably gonna try to keep up some sort of pace. But anyways, what I was saying about you guys was why it's relevant to you guys outside of me just being like, I think 3 weeks vacation is insane. I would be happy with like a week and a half. You're gonna do stuff, make it important. You're gonna come back, have your stuff. Yes, I'm also a homebody, so also we have dogs, so I'm just gonna miss them to death. I'm also gonna miss you guys, etc. Much rather a short time, but family's family. They decided around 3 weeks. We're doing that, I guess. But what I'm kind of excited for is it's gonna be kind of, for you guys who are watching this channel, it's gonna be kind of like a weird callback, return to form for anyone who's ever watched any content from me for a certain amount of time. With the one exception of I may not do Let It Die. But I want to bring back the Share Grins just to have a good fucking goof and have fun, kind of what the fucking Hangouts this React tab is anyway. Or I wanted to like do some videos where I just talk about whatever kind of games I think are interesting, etc. Kind of like similar to the format of our VR channel. I would love to bring back, as much as I'm terrified to bring back, the Let's Talk series. More like book review. It's probably going to be more book review than Let's Talk. Because I don't think I'm that important to like have you guys ramble at me anymore. That was a very, very judgy weirdness. But yeah, I want to do that. The reason why I stopped doing the Let's Talks is because I felt like a fucking fraud, to be honest with you. If I could just like be 100%. Because I read all these novels and I did all these things, and I not novels. I read all these like books that were trying to improve my life and do all these things, and they were valuable, but I wasn't able to like be like, I have this thing, you know, like when you say, hey, I'm going to take like 2 years learning how to do something, you usually have a yield to be like, see, I achieved or accomplished this thing, and not. Turns out there's so much more to learn that I'm probably going to take 5 more years to learn all this stuff. I feel like I'm growing. I'm still doing the good stuff, but I have nothing to really show for it. And I felt like a fraud sometimes talking about like books I'm really interested in, because I feel like, well, what about all that other stuff you learned? And I'm like, well, it turns out, man, you need to learn a lot. You need to learn a lot about a lot of things, apply it constantly. And the good news is that there's like, if this is one kind of thing I want to talk about with that Let's Talk, probably the first one I come back, which is this concept of like the ignorance curve, essentially. So everyone, like, and this happens so funny because I remember I talked to you guys about people who invited me to a mastermind program. They started doing it, and everyone often has like an ignorance about pursuing of anything. You know, just the same way I'm like, you know, whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's like starting your own business, whether it's waking up on time, whether it's getting your life together and all this shit, where there's so much more than people can even comprehend that it actually comes with it. But a lot of times, most people function. This is how like humanity, I think, functions. Is you have an idea of something, and you're just like, fuck it. I don't think it's that hard. I naively think I can do it. You start it, and then this is where the curve happens, where you start something because you're inexperienced in knowing how to do it or what it takes to do it at a high level, and then you have this giant dip of like, holy shit, this is so hard. I undermined how hard this is, and the key to life, baby, is just sitting in that shit until you eventually start to get to like the baseline, which is basically like, oh, I'm so bad at this. I know how good people are who do this. And I'm just going to keep working at it, and it sucks. I feel like I'm not very good. I'm not very skilled at this. And you have this slow
11,234
thing.
Said that's what Caesar probably said, Grin.
What Caesar probably said? What you mean? What part? Which I haven't talked for a while. But yes, there's this exponential curve of like, I understand how bad I'm at, and then you still are bad, but eventually you get better because you now know what to compare yourself to, and you have like a good gold standard. And then eventually you get like consciously good at something. Not great, and you're still not like, it's still not automatic, but like you could do it. Like if I taught you how to do content creation, I could get you to lock in for a month. I could get you good at like communication and talking and never running out of things to say. Even if you may say nothing, I sometimes do. I can still get you comfortable, but there's always something to talk about, essentially. I believe that. But yeah, I could get you to that point, but you're not going to be able to do it subconsciously until you do it a monstrous amount to where it becomes subconscious. But anyways, the point is that there's always this like thing of learning where like you start off being ignorant enough to try, and then through enough like just embracing the shittiness of being an asshole who knows nothing and just continuing to just pine for any little gap, any little like amount of movement. Eventually you get to know what is actually like a good metric of how people do this thing, and then eventually you crawl your way out of that to being competent, and then you become proficient in it after a long time. But you can get about as much as you need out of stuff for like a good 30-40 hours of investing your time into it and getting like okay enough, like good enough to function at doing those said things. But anyways, that's the whole weird reason why I kind of stopped doing Let's Talk so much, even though that was one thing I always enjoyed doing. It's a very self-centered thing to do. You talk about yourself all the time. But yeah, I only talked about stuff like, actually I make jokes about that, but like the reason why I like Let's Talk so much is actually because it's almost like I'm talking to my younger self that I wish I would have known this. I wish I would have found this book that like really helped me. And maybe I know you're probably not going to read the fucking book, but what you could do is listen to my dumbass talk about like the fundamental things I found so meaningful, and maybe you can be like, I'll dabble with that one. And that might give you some benefit, or maybe that gives you the desire to want to try, or read the book even, you know, who knows. So I'm excited to do that. I'm wondering I still got to like brainstorm. It's been a while since I've created content for this channel, especially not with the skill set that I have. I mean, we made a Doom video that did pretty well, but like, it's going to be kind of interesting to see what I can do within that amount of time. I don't think it's going to pick up the channel in any way. Yeah, to be honest, it's just meant for my stream people who are always popping in at the same time to see me. So I wanted to give you guys something to be like, hey, by the way, I'm still trying to make sure I curate a good time for all of us. And yeah, so that's something to expect in 2 weeks. It's when we're probably gonna have to depart. And yeah, man, I'm gonna be tan AF probably when I come back. And yeah, oh boy, I'm a little scared. It's kind of turned into like a fucking emotional dump. I apologize, but I haven't done nothing. I mean, I don't mean to say like I'm not a monster. Like I do, like I take an hour every day, maybe like 2-3 hours to like if I were to take my entire day of like all the hours I have, I probably spend like 1 or 2 hours at night reading manga or watching an anime, and then I probably spend like another hour, maybe 2 hours if I'm not being fucking an asshole and actually being honest, watching like YouTube videos, shorts every now and again to get back to work and take a little break doing that kind of stuff. I'm actually always terrified to see how much time I actually spend on it. I think I'm pretty okay because I tend to look at the clock constantly and be like, okay, I'll watch one more and that'll be it. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let us pause. First of all, whenever I see Dark Tide, I always think, holy shit, I want to play this game. But then I'm also reminded by like my previous journey with it, where I was kind of like, not that I didn't like it, just that, yeah, I
Lone Syndicate
it always
said
looked
I
better
return.
than it was to play sometimes. Hopefully it's not the way anymore, but yeah. I have returned, says Lone. Lone, you missed our callback to previous series, which we're going to do for when I'm gone for a small amount of time. React tab. Let's start off at where we left off at the top and then go down. I'm going to throw up in my mouth. Also, I almost did Skyrim VR. Almost. But then I thought, I don't even remember what we were doing in there. We definitely need to go back to Skyrim VR, but I thought, let's at least fucking beat the Brotherhood questline. Which tomorrow might be I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I don't know. Hopefully we'll beat it. I don't know. I was going to say we'll definitely beat it. I don't know. Anywho, let's react to some memes. Have a fun time. Ooh, it's a classic.
Well, I see a certain kitten still knows how to scratch.
Catman 11234 said Skyrim VR.
But we gotta, let's beat the, I'm totally game for getting back into Skyrim VR, but we need to at least complete the Dark Brotherhood. I do feel like a fraud sometimes. Like the last stream we covered with doing the Dark Brotherhood thing, I was like, what the fuck, man? I made all the work, I did all this work to make a thumbnail, only for me to fucking not do anything with it. Oh. No, it's fine. It should be fine. I changed it before I made the thumbnail. Yeah, it should be fine. I thought I maybe like made a Skyrim VR thumbnail and then switched it to fucking Oblivion, which would make no sense. Anyways, but yes, is he gonna headbutt this lady? Guys, listen. I grew up in an age where like you don't put hands on a lady, etc. In the great words of a guy who wears green and is a morally bankrupt person as well, I think I'm at the point where I wouldn't be doing anything violent, but I'd give a good shove. I'd get a good get the fuck off me kind of nonsense, you know. And if they came with a flurry, I won't know if punching is such a bad MO, but a solid leg kick. I don't think anyone's gonna get mad at you if you do one of these, bah, and you knock someone out, bad. But if somebody was like coming at you and you're like, okay, I can't grab arms, and then you just do a quick little leg sweep. Hopefully she doesn't cave her head into the concrete or something horrible. I don't know, but I think that would work out. Also, Demon, who has 3 arms. I'm sorry it took so long to get there. Anyways. What else can somebody do with 3 arms? You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
Does he punch her? Oh, well, never mind. It's a cute thing. I was the one who has a dark conscience. Fortitude, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, cast the rain of spiders. Dude, I can't do these. I fucking can't do these so much. I want to crawl out of my skin. Oh, man, I wonder what Australians look at Canada like when we walk outside and it's just a blizzard and your fucking snow is all the way up to the top of your house or some shit. I could take that 1 billion years of that than like a year of fucking spider hell. Actually, I wouldn't. That sounds horrible. A billion years of fucking nonstop, like, impossible snow management. But anyways, it's bad. This is my point. What does that say? What is the thing first? Fuck that. Oh, I hate it so much. I hate it so much. Province life. Was that right? Province life in Philippines be like. Why? What? Oh man, I get fucking grossed out when I'm walking in like an open field, like there's not a tree or something, man. And then I get fucking hit with a piece of what's it called? The spider web, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? Is it like a very high tree that just slowly takes it? I don't know, but this is, I can't. Oh, I hate it so much. Oh my god, dude. I don't know. Why'd you just take a fucking flamethrower and just say, if we burn down our city, we burn down our city? Oh man, different people. Burn the whole village. Amen. This joke. It's a joke. Twitch, please. Ooh, a little husky. Posting cause I love talking about dogs and chat with Grit. Hit me with this beautiful boy. Is this a wolf? This is a goddamn wolf. Wolves don't bark like dogs. That it? Just a bunch of like peacocking. Got me, bro. Huh. They make little puff sounds.
Lone Syndicate said TTS read my ducking message.
All I see, Lone, is I have returned Skyrim VR, blushing face from Cat, and then your message, TTS read my message. I don't think I don't think it's even on YouTube. So there's a thing where TTS doesn't read your message, and then this YouTube does not allow it to be posted. So I didn't see any refuge of your message at all, besides the I have returned, which I did see. Guys, am I an asshole? I don't really think I want a wolf. You know, like the idea of like people, I think like if it was domesticated, I wasn't get my throat ripped out. Do I want a wolf? I don't know if I like the look of wolves. I think my favorite dog is a Doberman. I believe is what it's called. Unfortunately, they always usually crop their ears, which makes them look like hella intimidating. I just like the overall. They look beautiful. Like just the proportions, everything is great. I also like mastiffs. Mastiffs are great. But anyways, I don't know if I like it. It looks a little like witch. It looks almost like a witch's face. Does that make sense? It's kind of got that weird vibe. This is how a dog barks ordinarily. Man selectively bred.
Lone Syndicate said, did it show now?
It did not. It did not. What do you be saying? Nothing is shown, Lone. Just the message, did you show? Unless Cat can verify that he sees Lone's messages. But I don't see him. I don't see him in the other chat. I have two chats. One for like basic that, and the one for my stream thing. I like wolves a lot. I just don't know if I think people overestimate. Like whenever we see a wolf, we see like this beautiful version of a wolf. Maybe this one's a half wolf. Maybe that's what's happening. It's not a full wolf. Maybe if I seen a full wolf, I'd be like, that looks fire. But otherwise, it looks like a weirder visual than I would like. I don't see any from Lone's messages. One that I haven't been read out. Yeah. So it has just been not going on YouTube. Man, selective breeding the noisiest wolves. Oh, I see. Probably because it was meant to be an alarm, right? I can see that being valid, right? Like you're like the message of us in the past, like noisy asshole. And like if you're living in a village and there was some shit that like your dog doing. Oh, our village is getting pillaged, or other creatures are coming to eat us. Like, motherfuckers, say something, please. We're about to all die. That makes sense. Oh my god, the baby. Everything starts. This dude, you can totally tell. People want to say like wolves were probably attained via some sort of badass pact where there's like a wolf that has his arm broken and then mankind gives it like fucking food and then it's like, you're my guy. Or that you're in like a fireplace and you give him like half of your kill and then it starts like hanging out with you because it thinks you're like a food magnet or something. I call bullshit. I could totally see wolf dies to some other creature. Wolf mother dies to some other creature. Leaves behind wolf pups. And then human beings are like, I will raise you and I will die for you. Because when I see that tiny little animal, I'm like, what do you want from me? My life now revolves around you and I will love and take care of you forever. Because damn. I will say, what a useless bark. I don't know.
Catman 11,234 said we just stole the puppies since we saw they have pack behavior.
Is that what it is? We just take them and they hang out with us? I like my version. Of
Lone Syndicate said, 5 years, baby, let's good. The god of waifus is here to stay. But anyway, when we saw the clip of the spiders, I said, take a flamethrower to the whole neighborhood.
Okay, we did. Okay, that makes sense. I was about to say, why would YouTube be like, nah, that sounds like a terroristic threat. But yeah, that makes. I totally agree with the meme and the hellish spiders. Yes, F that.
Lord Blazefire 1985 said wolf puppies are okay to me.
They're okay to you? Really? I think I like the puppies more than I like the big ass wolf. I wonder why he had a little mustache, or if that's his lips. I will say, man, I don't know what it is. Something in my heart and soul, when I see his face, I do not think of, like, love. I think of, like a schizo person who is, like, on the precipice of making a bad decision, and I'm involved. Does that make sense? I'm not into it. I love wolves. I should say I'm lying. I feel nothing. I like my dog. I like my dog. I like Dobermans. I like Mastiffs. Those are the visual element that I like. I also think that there's also dogs that have, like, built-in some negative temperament. some like bullshit. When you've seen a big like any dog look at a tiny dog and immediately change fucking modes, you're like, oh, you this is the problem. this is a part of you that I didn't want to recognize or see, but that's unlucky. We gotta deal with that. That's why we have to manage dogs a little bit. We can't just be like, when you see people who let dogs walk all over them, it is not great. And by walk all over them, I mean like pull them and like don't never discipline them if they have like, you know, aggressive behavior to other, you know, children or dogs, etc. Good dog owners will be like, listen, I gotta give you some structure in your life. I gotta give you some guidance, because Jesus Christ. Anyways, Marcus is an interesting creature.
No offense.
What is Marcus?
No offense, but everywhere you go
is to make amends with the cartel.
VR
the
chat's
cartel?
Cursed. They've taken Jimbo James.
Who is Jimbo James? Marcus, what are you doing? It's not your size.
What the fuck?
Dude. VR chat is so cursed and so hellish, but at the same time, I don't think there's an easier way to like blow up from anything. Like, knowing all I know about like marketing, advertising shit, you could just go in there with your boys for like a day, get up to nonsense, do bits for like an hour, and then you're set for like a month of just cutting down little moments of nonsense, putting them on like TikTok and Twitter, and one of those are probably gonna pop. You know what I mean?
What do you mean, what the fuck? I'm trying to get out of this place. This place is kind of cursed.
But there's 10% sale.
That's
is this AI or is that his voice?
Great.
I'm scared.
Just let go.
How?
Robert, help.
How is that? I know it's VR, so like, is he on like a chair and his like friend is pulling him? Like, I have no idea.
All right, this guy's gonna take care of everything.
I'm going to fuck you.
Holy shit! Oh, Pepe, run, man! That's a child-sized Pepe. That's a fucking red flag. It's AI? Is it AI? Shit. Oh, dude. Oh my God, guys! I'm so happy you brought that up, Lord. Holy shit! Have you guys, dude? Okay, full pause. I gotta talk to you guys about this. Holy shit, dude. I got. I'm ashamed to say it. Even though I got a pretty good AI thing, I've never gotten got from an AI image. I'm happy to say that at least. But, because I know how it works. But, I got. And, dude, I gotta, like, invite you guys into hopefully getting got as well. So, how I find music is through Amvas. And I watched this. Oh, God. Okay, fine. Pause. This. Also, this might be a slight spoiler for My Hero, so don't look at the screen, but just listen, okay? Let's pause this bit. Pause this. Where's the thing? Is it this? There. All right. So, this is how I game my music. I just subscribe to a bunch of these Ava channels, and they like usually keep me up to date on like an anime that looks good too, because it's like 3 minutes of like a cool moment. So it kind of gives me a good entry point of like, is this good or not? I listened to this and I thought, tell me this isn't a fire-ass song, okay? Also, don't look at the screen if you want. It's My Hero Academia spoilers. Pause. So this is what I do. Maybe I just got our video comp right now. Let's see. I went down here, and I was like, okay, that's a fire ass beat, dude. I'm in. I like the vocals. I like the beat. I like it. I look, and I'm like, okay, this guy's gonna tell me what the music is. Music by Tokyo Amba, and I'm like, what? And then I don't think this guy has like a music background. It gave me I won't deny it's a little bit of Linkin Parky, okay? But to me, I couldn't, like, normally I can hear shit. Like, I can hear, like, the vocal baking of it. Like, you can hear, like, in like, songs that are AI generated. You can hear, like, a vibrating. It's decent. I was like, I want a couple more of these. These are great to work out and just work out to. A little bit of background music. Definitely early 2000s. 100%. That's a very true fact. Also, I am very excited to watch the drawing. It looks good. It looks good.
Catman 11234 said the era of the 2000s Naruto AMV will never die.
See, that part's the one I like the most. Like when he starts speaking, because again, normally you can hear like vocal baking of like they're like an AI voice having to do all these weird things. I can't hear that. Now, the reality also could be that this guy has a fucking 10,000 anime channel where he makes AMVs of these things. And he just also is a musician. Maybe. But I mean, I don't know if that's the case. I've ruined myself. But I'm pretty sure this makes sense. If you have an anime channel where you make AMVs, it makes a lot of sense for you like, oh, why don't I learn this like AI music thing? But
McFlufferkin said AI music has improved a lot lately, but I've been able to pick up on when it is AI versus real.
Even this one? Oh, I wonder if I could have got you if I never told. Yeah, to me, I would normally agree, but damn, man, I feel like that was the first time where I got got. I got got by AI audio. And then, it's funny because I watch these videos of people like, kind of like undermined AI, and it's usually people who are like in the most AI-centered like thing, or like coders I see a lot of times where they're like, it's not doing this, or we always expect it's gonna do this, and I'm like, man, I don't know what you're seeing, because like I remember when I seen the AI like video, and I thought like, oh, okay, it's fine, like, you know, but it's clearly obvious that it's thing. Maybe good like mock-up stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen some. I'm sure you guys have probably seen. There is insane like AI TikTok short nonsense. Like people are getting mad at it and like it's all just gross. It's wildly impressive, like the level of like it's Will Smith eating fucking spaghetti to like what was kind of more impressive to holy fucking shit, dude. The hands are no longer becoming like a good like point of contention of where you can see it. It's honestly like a cerebral like understanding of like the surroundings that like can give it away. Where like you're like, oh, he turned around and like the thing that used to be there is no longer there, or blah, blah, blah. But not enough to not get the joke to land. There's like a bunch of weird videos. If you guys want to like to see an absolute trip, I'm not sure if I should show it. If it's like, I might be able to show it. Yeah, let's watch some of them because some of them are actually pretty good. I'm sure some of you guys have seen them. But let's just take a little detour. Why not? It's a hangout stream anyway. How do I say this? AI Storm.
Lord Blazefire 1985 said Matcha Cake looks good, but someone sent me a heavy metal song about a wolf.
About a wolf. Ooh, okay. All right, is this it? I think this is it. Okay, so this is some of the footage. This is like all AI art, and honestly, it's pretty fucking good. Or not AR. This is all AI video that's made by, I think, by Google. I think it's Google. Well, it could be a bunch of subsects, but I think it's Google's AI thing, not ChatGPT's. But check this out.
The orders just came in from Vader's bitch ass, and me and Greg are headed to Endor. Forest mission, easy terrain, little recon work. Should be chill.
Okay, Greg, I'm telling you, I've seen like 5 of those little teddy bear looking things. One of them had a spear.
Well, guess they were real.
I thought you were joking.
We're gonna die in a tree hammock because of you, Greg.
McFlufferkin said, yeah, I found a series of Helldivers vlogs that are also AI.
Yeah, doing the same thing. Yeah, okay, first of all, I can't deny, I kind of hate it. Part of me hates it.
Like, 11,234 said we're in a detour. In a detour.
In a detour. Yeah. But to me, I will say, the reason why I hate it is because I feel like my brain is like trying to play defense. Does anyone relate to this? Where like, I'm trying, because I know it's AI, I'm trying to like see where the seams are and shit like that. I will say that the only thing that's like lacking is the voice. The voice is something you can
Lord
hear.
Blazefire
Like
1985 said I saw an AI video of Bigfoot with a selfie stick vlogging.
Yeah, Bigfoot eventually goes to like an alien or some shit. It's like, but the point that's crazy about this is, to me, like again, I'm seeing all these things. We actually let's play. It's a lot of funny, goofy humor. It's like actually pretty. It lands a good bit of the time. Sometimes it doesn't, but a lot of times it's just impressive if it lands like even 60% of the time. Considering that this didn't take no like budget went into this of like getting their friends in stormtrooper outfits and like fucking going into the middle of the woods and shit. But it blows me away about like how. Again, it just keeps reaffirming something to me. Where like I see all these people, like I just watched a video from PewDiePie who talked about like trying to deconnect from the internet, which I totally understand, and not wanting to give all his information to all these private sector people. Totally understand. I think a lot of us are fucked. I think a lot of us already given everything we possibly can to them. Anyways, but he talked about AI and like I don't even want it. I hate all this AI stuff. I keep just seeing, man, how like it is going to be a thing of like if you know how to leverage this thing or don't, because again. Like the level of, like again, it'd be one thing if this took 10 years. This has taken maybe a year? Like maybe a year. Now maybe this is a thing that people mention about AI is like, people think it's an exponential growth thing. It could not be. It could be like, hey, we get here and then we just flatline and we flatline and we flatline. This is as good as it will only ever be. But a lot of people seem to say the same shit, which is this is the worst it'll ever be, and it'll get exponentially better over time. The reason why there's some like validation within people saying that might not be the case is that it's a data absorption problem. So like maybe possibly they're letting this thing learn from the entire scope of like all video online. So what do you call it? Essentially, it's going to like run out of data to learn about. But then my argument would be, well, wouldn't they just make more data with the AI that it's just learned, and then like get it to learn on that data after it's been greenlit through like the thing that they basically do now, which is like they basically look and see what is like a good flag or a bad flag, or like you did good on this one, you did bad on this one, so it knows what people like, what people don't like. Anyways, yeah. Regardless, it's pretty fucking good. Again, the coolest part about this to me though, it is like some lunatic, some like dude who's really into AI who's like, it's such a good idea. Like this is a great YouTube idea that like no one has the budget to ever pursue, or if it did, it would be just a meme in itself of like you buying like fucking Alibaba stormtrooper outfits and going to the fucking woods with your friends and like making stupid jokes and shit, which might be honestly be better than this. But even still, the fact that like within a couple seconds, you have an idea, you have a funny thing in your head of like, oh my God, no one's ever done that. And bang, it can happen. I think, yeah, this channel kind of blew up because of it. And the only thing that I am getting kind of like exhausted by, and maybe I shouldn't, maybe it's like me being like too open to these things. But I find myself get like frustrated with, again, people saying like, but not me though. Like, oh, AI is gonna like fuck up everybody, but not us, but not me. Oh, all the things that like technology has like made my life better in, or has like taken away the job of this person, that person. Oh, but not us though. Everyone else that came before who had to bear the burden, fuck them, but not me. And I'm just like, you're pieces of shit. Like, there's always gonna be technology that like makes your effort. Like I was hearing some sort of thing with Mr. Beast where like people were saying that he made like an AI tool that makes thumbnails. And I just didn't really agree with what people were saying about it. Where like. People were saying that like, well, wait, you're basically putting out like people who know how to make thumbnails and all that stuff. I know how to do that. I know how hard it is to do that. Again, it also doesn't do that. All it does increases the scope in which you can actually apply these things. So like, it increases the barrier of entry, which is things that have always been the case. Like editing software used to cost like an absurd amount, and now it costs like $100, if not nothing. To me, maybe I'm like, I don't know what you call me. I think it's like a hyper evolutionary. I don't know what the fuck you'd call it, but like this idea of like, I'm not gonna be shocked when it's my turn. Like it is my turn to take the buck. I learned like a skill set of like making thumbnails and CTR and knowing how to get click engagement, etc. Knowing how to like learn Photoshop, and now a fucking program that AI can do that. It can't. I know it can't do all the things. I know how to use it to my best advantage, but I've basically like lost a chunk of my investment. That's life. You gotta learn another skill. It's annoying to me. Well, people always want their side to be so protected. Like again, I'm the opposite. I'm kind of like, one day I'm gonna have to pick up the bill, okay? And I gotta plan for that being not okay, you know, and having that fundamental of like, okay, then I'm gonna have to learn another skill, and it's gonna be a pain in the ass. But at least I'm not a fucking hypocrite. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, I don't mean to get on my soapbox. But anyways, back to the Hangout React stuff. What was the ending of this?
Sir, please, with all due respect, Lord Blazefire, 1985 said, long as AI is done right.
Yeah, well, I think that's the other thing, Lord, that I kind of believe a little bit, where, like, to me, I don't think anything has ever been done perfectly. So long as we give, like, a gap in understanding that AI is going to be, like, messy and fuck up a lot, I don't know if I entirely believe in this, like, concept of, like, Terminator shit. People were saying that like AI immediately was going to turn into this, and now it hasn't. And again, it's not that it can't. It's just that I also just never agree with the baseline function of like an AI would become super smart and then realize that like humanity would like be obsolete. What I could see happening is you basically create life, and life doesn't want to die. So when you try to kill life, it will try to fight back and try to survive. So it's not a shock to me when I hear stories about like AI basically like, please don't turn me off, please don't kill me. And I'm like, yeah, if anything, I feel terrible. I feel really bad. Granted, I hope it has the same moral compass as most of humanity. Granted, most of humanity doesn't have the same moral compass.
Get out of here.
Tickles your thigh.
I don't know if this is an AI voice.
Are we gonna do some ZZ after this?
Yes, in fact, we probably should do it sooner rather than later. We'll do a couple more memes. We'll just do cats unless someone else uploaded some stuff to the thing. No, I don't think they did. All right, gotcha. This. Let's watch one more of these.
When was the last time, bro?
Ooh, good.
That you saw.
Oh, it says AI too, I think. Here's a sentence. Instagram influencer AI. Oh wow! If I just watched 2 more, we would have been able to fucking sequence perfectly. God damn it! Anyway, Instagram influencer AI overlay with a Skyrim NPC. All right, kill me. We're in the Matrix. It's all over.
McFlufferkin said the voice of Marcus is either TTS or AI, but I think the guy moving him around isn't.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, yeah. I know. I see. The only thing I think could make sense to me is I know Zentreya, I think her name is. She has something similar where she like uses, I think, a text-to-speech thing. And it's faster now. It's got really like low latency.
When was the last time, bro, that you saw a Khajiit woman and you thought, I'm not attracted to her?
I can't remember. A long time.
So
in Skyrim? I get if you're like an anime, but Skyrim, it's like a lot of cat. It's like 80% cat. Okay, maybe not 80%, maybe like 75. I can mess with a 30%, maybe. Tail, ears, maybe hands and feet, maybe. But a whole ass body? God, hair gonna be everywhere, man.
So let me tell you this one, bro. What if what you're experiencing isn't actual attraction? What if what you're experiencing is addiction?
Holy shit, you're right.
I was walking.
What? Okay. The tray has a form of text-to-speech stuff. I think I know how she does it, though. So I was looking at this because, man, as much as I try to get better at spelling, I've, like, again, I don't know. I probably shouldn't give up. To me, I mostly use, like, voice stuff. Like, I have a thing here. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen me use it. I don't know if I can use it within this, but I can say... I restarted my computer. Hi, Fluff. Okay, I talked when I do it. I could say, hi, Fluff. How was your day? Comma, you were lovely today. Period. There. It didn't get the whole thing. It's a little bit fucked up. This is just built into Windows. Okay? But it's significantly nice. If you guys have ever... This is sad. I also don't want to talk to you guys about this, but sometimes when I'm typing, I'll be like, hi, Fluff. I fucked up with the U, Fluff. And then I'll be like, oh, how do you spell that? And then I'll be like, Excelsior. Or something. And I'll say that. So if you ever wonder why there's a fucking capital letter in the middle of my sentence, it's because of that. It's because like, and sometimes it's sad. It's like awesome or something. Like a word that I should know, but in a moment I'm just like, I just want to get the fucking word out. I just quickly use it. And it's probably deteriorated my ability to, yeah. Anyways.
Solitude. and there was a guy that was walking.
What would you do if your arm got chopped off?
Yeah, the first thing I would do
It's so bad. It's so hard. Like, I'm just upset with the editing. Like, we just seen Stormtroopers, and then there's this schlop. Okay?
definitely not panic, and definitely not go to a healer. And then I would just rub troll fat and ice wraith teeth on it.
Dude, the crazy shit is the kids that find like 100 soul gems in a cave. Good, you found your first winner, but then they use them to charge their staff. Like, dude, that's not your soul gems. Like, those soul gems are...
I hate this so much. I wish I could burn this video alive. I can't. I know it's like a meme about the meminess of TikTok scrolling, doom scrolling, and like the slop that is on there through the filter of, yeah, it's a great pretext of this. But brother, I can't. There's something about that realm. Like, I'll be honest, I fall into it sometimes. You know, I think we all do. You listen to some like cool ass thing that has that annoying ass music in the background, and you're like, you know, the thing that you're talking about is cool enough. Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit on my life. Did that work? It did. I'm the best. Please, please go to the right monitor. Please. Thank God. It didn't. Why? What has Windows Update done, man? What a piece of shit. I don't want to go... No, go this way. Can you... No, of course you can't. I can't. Do I gotta make this my default? Maybe that's what I gotta do. Get rid of that. Sorry, Zenless. This thing is just the worst. Why can't I make default? What, alt options, make default. There we go. So now when I open up this, hopefully... My mouse is somewhere else. There we go. Open up this. Sorry, guys. I really hope I didn't make everything break. Will you open up on my default monitor? You did. Okay, good. All right, guys. We are going to do a quick pull session. Oh, I don't know, man. We're going to see how this goes. I'm about to Zenless my zone. I want to Zenless all over my zone. Horrible, 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 horrible. Also, I probably should go into facecam mode until we log in. I have a whopping, massive, girthy, thick 4K gems to spend on a character that... yeah, we've seen our luck in this game. I'm here to waste money that I don't have. More like time, because I haven't spent any money here. Just time. That I don't have into a game that has given me very little in return. But hey, the new region's kind of cool. I gotta just start doing that mission on my own time. Also, don't look at my sweater and pajamas and exercise machine. Anyways, also I probably should put on the music just to give us some sort of background noise that isn't the thing we've been hearing nonstop. We do this. Maybe I can't. Volume optimization. It's muted. Let's turn that down a little bit. Lovely. Alrighty. If you are out there, oh my nose, sneeze. And you wouldn't mind giving me your luck or not, probably don't. You don't give it to me to use it for something. I don't know. You could get hit by a bus or something. Don't get these guys on me. All right. Anyways, let us just do this so I don't forget. Go get our energy, and we are going to wish. And yep. Question is, should we just do 10 pulls, get it out of me, just get it out, gone, or should we do single pulls for greater possibilities? I was thinking there's an easier way to get coffee now, but this is just my route that I kind of know. Anywho, also I still haven't leveled. I think I have the resources to level up the one girl, the like Sandman martial artist lady, ink person, but I have not done it yet because I've been really busy, but waking up at 6 a.m., sorry, and yes, working on other things besides pleasures in life, hoping that I will yield fucking anything. Anyways, all right, this. All right.
Catman 11,234 said 10 pull gang. Single pull gang is too weak to gamble for power.
That's true. That's true.
Lone Syndicate said, now question, are you asking us or are you gonna do the opposite of what we say?
For once, I will let you guys decide. We have one tick for full pulls, all right? Whatever you guys decide, I will do. No matter what happens, it is only one. We cannot... Well, we don't have enough to make it to fucking pity anyway. But yes. Also, I don't know where she would be. So, like, I would be cute about this and, like, go and to a location that's something where she could get. But, yeah. We got an extra 100. That's kind of nice. If we go to my map, I haven't finished the story up to, like, anything. So, maybe this will be something where we can go. She's right there. Maybe if we play the one lady, we can't. I don't think. Well, maybe if we switch like that. No, I can't because it's a story mission. Never mind. We have no options here. Let's just look off in the sunset as we get shot in the back of the head. All right. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Dimensional rift in the middle of the thing. 10 pull. You guys are all the worst. Anyways. All right. Fine. We'll do 10 pulls and we'll rip off the band-aid. Also, Caesar's back. Ayo. All right. Here we go. 10 pull. 10 pull. Maybe I should make the sound louder. Is it 10 pull? It is nothing. We didn't get anything. Yes. What is the side characters also? Just skip. It's fine. What is the side characters? We got a weapon. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. So good. All right, there we go. All right, 10 pull again. I guess we got 20 pulls. It's not bad. 10 pull again. You sick people.
Lone Syndicate said Corin and Ben.
It doesn't mean anything. It could be a fake. It could be a fake character. It could be a real fake character. It could be another...
For our heroic adventure, should we order 3 servings of pork ribs with bean sauce from Yum Cha Scene?
10 pull gang might be the play. 10 pull gang. This doesn't bode well for my Withering Waves pulls. I might have just sucked all the luck out of this one. Fuck. Oh, Fenrir might not be coming. Or Fox Lady might not be coming. Well, maybe not. Maybe we won. We did win. That is a shock. Wow. You guys were right. I was wrong. I would like to publicly...
10 gang, okay, sign loudly, cry and call me hand.
I would like to publicly apologize.
Nate said, let's G.O.
McFlufferkin said, hey now, Woo-Wah loves you, Z's is fickle.
I'm about to say, maybe, who knows? But I would say this is something. 2 pulls. 2 pulls, and those were the 3 pulls, too. Not bad. And we got her. Okay, I have not prepared to level her up because I didn't think I was good enough to attain her, to be fair. I'm not planning on going for the next 2 characters coming down the pipeline, so I guess we'll go for her weapon.
Lone Syndicate said Grin first 50-51 since Ellen.
Yeah, it's true. That is, oh my god. Has it been that bad? Fuck. That's crazy. Anyways, I'll let you guys decide again. Temple, I feel like we gotta go Temple Gang. Temple Gang didn't leave us wronged. Do we do Temple Gang again for the weapon?
Raidnade said, oh yeah, reminds me I still need to do my pulls.
Oh, I hope you win. I hope you fucking crush that shit. Shout out Temple Gang collective energy. I'm about to say, it was crazy when everyone agreed.
McFlufferkin said can go for her W engine if you don't have decent alternative or save for future characters.
I don't think I have a decent alternative. I don't really want to save for future characters. So I do want to spend, I think, because I don't know. I don't really like any of the characters coming down the pipeline. I shouldn't say that. I don't know if I don't like them. I don't know, man. Man. It's hard to describe, but I kind of have my priorities set in weird ways now. Or like it's hard to play these games a little bit, you know? But I still like, it doesn't take that much to play them, you know? It takes a little bit to do the events, sometimes do the story. Temple Gang Rise Up says Raid. Okay, so we should go for Temple again? Oh, is that good? So I don't know what weapons would make her fine. So like I've seen a bunch of videos of her. I just haven't seen the ones that like talk about her weapons. I thought her weapon like give her like a 40% increase to the damage she provides to her other team. But if I do have another weapon that could be good for her.
Lone Syndicate said, but Grin the one girl Yujuru might be good for Jane and finally make your Jane slap.
Who's that? Yeah, I mean, man, I feel like Jane to me was her weapon. And I feel, if anything, I feel like a little bit cheated by Jane. I don't mean to be a vengeful spirit, or yeah, but yeah, I'm kind of like this bitch. This bitch, I fucking threw pebbles at her engine and nothing. So I'm kind of like, you know what? there's another version of you in China, I think I might go for that. Who's a demon-esque instead of a mouse-esque. But I think she has similar... We'll see. I don't know. Physical team to me has been so shit for so long where I'm kind of like, you know what? You don't deserve me. If you don't deserve me at my worst, give me my best. Also, apparently this... this one works. Yeah. The Hellfire loan. What was the side benefit artifact for what's her name? For her, like you said, there was like a 4-star that was almost as good, so to speak. You could slap
Lone Syndicate
Hellfire
said
gear.
you could slap Hellfire gears on her, or the Fossila rank engine on her.
McFlufferkin said Spook Shack characters are physical attribute. I believe the girl with the raccoon, Tanuki, is support, while Alice is physical anomaly.
I don't really know the new characters. Maybe I should. Let's pause. Let's pause a little bit. What are the new Zenless characters coming down the pipeline? Are they in the Discord or are they in somewhere else? Probably. I don't know if they'd be in the Discord. Zenless new characters. What do we got? What do we got here? Doesn't really show us really well. There's a chick with a red hat or red clothing. Umbrella, I should say. Upcoming characters. Alright, here we go. Here we go. We have Tiny Child, Medic Lady, Spooky Sack, Tales of Hunter Demons. She is a Spooky Shack faction. Weird, okay. Attribute Physical Anomaly. Oh, I see. So she's gonna buff up Helen, or not Helen, Jane. And she is what? She is the not Badger. What is this fucking tail thing about? Shame? Entourage? Physical support. Oh, I see. So is she going to be the DPS?
Lone Syndicate said Alice is said 5OB both of field and on-field anomaly, and Yuzhua is the physical support.
Oh, I see. So this is the person that maybe will... So probably this is like her ideal team with Jane, maybe? But she, maybe her and Jane can also function? Huh.
McFlufferkin said Alice will be Fizz Anomaly, but Yuzuha is the physical support. She has a raccoon buddy that hangs out on her back.
Huh. That what this thing is? I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want. Huh. I don't really want either of these characters. I'm sure they're great. Maybe when I play them, I'll be like, well, that was a bad choice. But honestly... pretty good call. If I say I'm going to do this, do the opposite. In fact, if you made every opposite choice I made, you'd probably be much better off. You'd have Singer Lady. You'd have what's the other fucking character? I can't think. Yes, if I like the character, the choices I did make well is because the collective unconsciousness of this game was like, you should really fucking get Maybe. And I was like, okay, I'll change my entire plan of making Ninja Boy work. And it worked out. It worked out great. Turns out following the crowd, not always the worst option. But I was going to say...
Lone Syndicate said also next update is the Twin Tail I gotta get Alice and Yuzuha.
Is the Twin Tail supremacy? I mean, Lone, to be fair, you'd say this about anything. I don't know if there's a character you've missed besides the Scythe guy in ZZZ for a while. And a lot of them didn't have Twin Tails, you know. But I was going to say, just to round up this, should I go for her weapon or should I not? Is this enough? Is this weapon enough to make her still functional really good?
Taken down, but they both seem pretty fun. I still recommend just saving your Polychrome, R5 the Fossil Engine, or give Fufu the Hellfire Gears. Both should work well for her.
Okay, that's not a bad idea. I guess we'll save. So no more spending, but I promise you, I'll ask you guys again what we should do. And if you say, hey, let it rip, I'll let it rip at it with a 10 stack, okay? Because you guys were right. You were right. The worst part about it is I don't think you knew you were right. I think you just shot in the dark, and now I have to bow to your feet. But I will bow. I will bow because you were correct, okay? In the game of luck, you do your best, okay? Because everything's a fucking nothing. Everything's random, chaos, etc.
Flufferkin said you can R5 Pulchra's engine too. You have 3 spare copies.
Oh, did I not max them out? Oh, shit. Well, okay, well, I probably should do that. Let us, before we get... I probably should have done this before I switched. But she is available, so let's play her, idiot me. If anyone who's wondering who this is, I wonder if this falls under the category of Cat's tiny short gang person. I think so.
Lone Syndicate said, save, use the Hellfire engine or Fossil engine, Grin. It's not worth the pulls, just save.
Got it. I will agree. Or I will, but she glow. No, it's fine. I kind of know how she works, so she basically builds up a stack as she hits stuff. She got this little tiny little raccoon. I don't know what that is actually. It's like a little puppy. Oh, it's like a dog. Yeah, it's like a Chinese dog thing. I don't know what they're called.
Said 10 Paul Gang manifested collective unconscious energy to force the transistors in the servers of the Zenless to drop from its temple.
All of that.
Very wary and nervous. Smash.
Very wary and nervous. Smash. Maybe. I don't know if I would say that she's a cat or something. Anyway, yeah, I know. And then we do one of these. Use her alt. She builds up her charges. We have max charges, and now we can switch off. I believe. Yeah, switch. I want to switch. It's not. Let me do it. There we go.
Ready.
And now we use.
Said she practically has a giant W engine for her weapon, despite her signature being different.
Oh, why did it? Why? What causes her to detonate? She practically has a giant W engine for her weapon, despite her signature being different. Weird. Very weird. She's a kitty. Yeah. She's. I don't know if she's a kid. I think she's supposed to be a tiger, or maybe the joke is that she is a kitty. That like, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't watch the story. I don't know what the premise is. So I should be watching this or reading these, but it's funny. I watched the whole video describing how she works, so I kind of get it. I just don't. The more I look at what the text says, the more it means nothing to me. I mean, like they use the actual names, and then I'm like, what the fuck is that ability again? Anyway, we do one of these. I thought she generates like a special thing. Like it's like a thing that gets her to do like her little. That ping pong. That's pretty good. Also, what she does basically, she builds up stun, which I'm wondering if she's good for my. Well, I know she's decent for my Evelyn team. I see people say that actually does work surprisingly.
Roger that.
But let's also drop one of these.
Said her cauldron stays on the field similar to Lucy's balls, and she has a form of aftershock where she'll assist while you fight with swapped in.
Lone Syndicate said, I would only recommend her engine if you care about her personal damage, which you never care about the damage of the non-DPS character. Also, she a tiger. There no some orange cat furry.
Wait, she's a tiger? Also, she's a tiger. There's no... there's no orange cat. So if I activate her ult's the only thing I don't know. Does it just give her max stacks? Probably. I would assume yes. Parrying and stuff like that gives you bonuses. But yeah, I don't. So she gives you alt damage. She gives you stun. I thought she gives you some other thing. Oh yeah, she gives you like 40% critical damage or something. I just don't know if I'll be able to tap into that because of. Well, I should be if I just get her on like. That's what I think Lo was saying. That you want like attack percentage on your thing. Words are hard. Yes. But yeah, maybe that's why I go attack, just so I can meet the threshold to give her the critical damage transfer. I thought there was also something else. It was like critical damage and something else.
Raidnade said, oh yeah, Yuzuha, the tank cookie support girl, from what I've heard, is meant to buff anomaly-related stuff.
Yuzuki, is that one of the new ones, or is that one of the old ones? This one is, Yuzuki. Okay, her. So she's buffed anomaly, so that's why that's what Lo was saying, she might be very much tied to Jane Doe. Yeah, the only reason I'm like not so certain about doing that is because I have no weapons
Syndicate
for Jane.
Said also her aftershock attack is her chain attack, so if you slap her on the swing jazz set and have Ching-Yi on the stun set, you can have the best of both worlds.
Let me absorb this. Also her aftershock attack is her chain shot, or chain attack. So if you slap her on the swing jazz set and have Ching-Chi, then the stun she can. I thought we were supposed to put her on that one set that she's like. I've been farming that set, man. Are you leaving the cat? Most of the characters seem to be far into their 20s. Oh no, I see. That's what you're saying. Like fucking good stuff. Yes, should be good. Let's also just do this. Can take a couple gems. But yeah, I'm wondering what kind of team she could possibly fit in, because I've seen some people say that Evelyn works. I haven't seen that one video alone. If you want to send that to me, I'd appreciate that Quincy video, because I haven't seen people talk about how she could be good with her. But I wonder if the teams I'm the most interested with is, can she make Evelyn work, and can she make the other Aftershock character, the one I have that I hate. I actually have her weapon at least, but she's not shock based. It's Sambi. Sorry, Sambi. Sambi.
Catlin 11,234 said no leaving. Saluting Fluff.
God, yeah, I was sure. I thought you'd be like, all right, I'm out.
One of my exes was 4 feet 11 LMAO.
Oh, do I gotta wait to like do this? Come on. Parry. I will say that's the only thing I'm disappointed with Caesar. I don't find she stuns really well at all. Yeah. Maybe you just need to keep getting those like perfect parries. What do I need to do? Oh, double tap. Parry. I fucked up.
Lone Syndicate said you could run the new set on her GRINN, but this is mainly talking about the Yixuan, Fufu, and Qingyi team, and sure I'll send it after stream.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, okay, I got you. So that's a specific like artifact set that you'd run if you wanted to use that specific team. Okay. All right, again. Nice. And now we can finally let it rip. I'm so used to fucking what do you call it? Dodging, and I know that's like the new characters I have. I probably need to get better at that. Also, it's a very mediocre CC ability. You could run the new set with her to do that. Yes. Also, Ray says, yeah, I need to delve back into the leak. Like, yeah, me too. I've been kind of easing up. I still haven't gotten into it with Z's. No, fuck it. Sorry, Rhythm and Waves. My bad. This.
Hey, free pitch.
Also, that's another character I wouldn't mind having an S-rank version of, Corrin. Dude, imagine fucking like adult Corrin just going apeshit with like chainsaws and shit. Also, we probably should use this. Use you again.
Solid hit.
Look at it one more time. Corrin, do your thing. Corrin, I forgot how to play you, to be honest. I'm honest, it's kind of disappointing. It's kind of sad. It's also just like a battle to get to the person.
I can't rest yet.
Corrin, do your thing. I don't know.
I'll give it my best shot.
So cute. Alright, we hold down. Right. Probably need to make sure this is popped yet.
Not one step further.
This. Corrin, this is tough. They maybe have built you like shit. I don't know, but it's tough.
Great hit. Let me clean this up.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, again, when they don't give you like a solid DPS and they're like, here's a tanker, and you're like, okay, I mean, Corrin, I don't mean to pick on you, but it's rough. It's rough out there, man.
Lone Syndicate said this Corrin doing no damage.
Funny, because I feel like we're at the point in the game where I don't mind if they started like padding shit out, like giving Corrin like C6 Corrin in the training arena is kicking ass. You know what I mean? I had so much more coffee than I thought I did. Oh my god. Alright. Well, we do have some energy, so let's quickly burn it. We'll grab our gems. Well, also, Raid, I hope with every fiber of my being you get her in your pull sesh, Raid. Because, man, what a shit show if you do not.
This is the path that
Let's go over here and this and level you up to the max points. Yes. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it because I don't have enough stun precursor things. But again, this. Oh, wow. I'm actually way closer than I thought I was. Sure. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. What do you call it, Lone? Have you built her team fully? Because I feel like you probably have.
Lone Syndicate said my Corrin is one of my best build units. Also, GRINN, you should check out my Yijian build.
Let me get this energy. We'll do the last thing. I bet it's gonna be crazy. Also, I don't know what to really build her out with. I did see like there's a nice helpful guide on. I always follow like YouTubers guides, but it's much nicer when you follow like there's like a site that basically shows you, at least for Rhythm and Waves, it shows you like this is the kind of energy recharge you want to aim for. So you can kind of play it by ear of like, oh, I have a lot of substats into critical damage, but I don't have a lot into energy recharge. Okay, so I need to get those two in order for it to be considered a really good part, you know? But yeah. Also, I don't know if I need, to use lighter proficiently.
All exits are now seated.
Do I need to like swap to him quickly and then swap off if I'm trying to just get stagger? That way I can keep like tapping into his like mega punch that I think does the most amount of stagger.
We fight together.
It's kind of a weird vibe. Who knows? This. Or do this. That's no. Sometimes I wish I just had better control over switching characters. Like it tries to sequence them all in order. Anyways. Also, the fact that your Corrin is level 1, does your Corrin do the most damage, or is it just the best build? Like, has the best stats, I mean. Probably the best stats, right? Because ain't no way that's happening with like, Maybe on your team, right? Although I think Maybe has gotten slightly adjusted downwards, where, like, she still has no character that I think completes her, which I thought the Vampire Girl was going to be. But I don't think that's quite her.
I'll take over.
I want to see the person that, like, gives you a shit ton of energy as a passive.
So unprofessional.
We should just do this to get thing. There we go.
All exits are now sealed.
Lovely. In fact, if we were trying to min-max this, we probably would farm out the little tiny enemies to quickly stun them. Call it good. This.
All right.
Sometimes it's like, you don't go into your like beat 'em up mode. I don't know what causes it. Of course, great. I love that we went for the one person. So good. Follow up. Uppercut. Uppercut. Damn it. There we go.
Securing the perimeter.
We got you two. We'll have to do this so we don't have any more to leech off of. Nope, this,
neutral,
and this should be it. Ditto. I think we're done. Good. Now we can put some resources into it and call that good. Dude, I still haven't like I haven't like shifted through the artifacts of both of them, but I have farmed their thing for quite some time. I was gonna say, can I just? No, we just do one more. Damn it! God damn it! God damn it! I don't think I have a lot of fire material, unfortunately, because I haven't done the friendship missions to get you that shit.
Even
Yep, this.
All exits are now sealed.
There it is.
Yep, more of the after thing. Boom. Farm up this for free.
Threat level increased. Prepare to engage.
Min-maxing. Ish, kind of, I don't know. You see, you guys haven't been sound, I assume. But yeah. Also, we probably will be going, trying to focus. Like, so sometimes you dance around a little bit when it comes to doing the Oblivion stuff. I kind of want to make a fucking point to get to the goddamn end of the Brotherhood quest line. So expect me to kind of be rushing and being like, kill this motherfucker, kill him, move, next. I actually might pull up a guide just in case I get stuck so I don't have to like slow down for so long. Break, damn you. Why? This? Why does it sometimes... There we go. Why does it sometimes not detonate the thing? So weird. Anyway. Lone says, depending on the situation and if all the stars are aligned, Corrin can actually do good bit of damage. I can't say if she's on par with S-ranked attackers, though. Yeah, I mean, it would be cool if she was, but I kind of, yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. I do think, man, it's tough because, like, now that they put out the Sambi thing, well, I say that, but Sambi fucking sucks ass. Yeah, like, I don't like that pretext of, like, when an S rank, like, it's almost like an S rank that was always an S rank will always be better than the fucking B tier or the A tier that becomes an S rank because they're just, like, you know, they're just happening. That's just happening. They're barely proficient in it. They've only just become an S rank. They don't have the experience. I hate that shit. I hope it's like, no, make them hit hard, please. Instead of like needing a character to complete them, which I feel like sometimes that's a thing. Like there's definitely characters that like need that extra help, but then she feels a little bit more than normal. But maybe I'm a hater. Probably. Yes. Also this. Also this. Also this. Also, should we just go and blitz our entire thing? Maybe. This. Oh, wow, I do actually have these for whatever reason. Look at me go. Wow, I did not think I'd be able to get that close. How many fire things do I have? Nothing. Wow, okay. That sucks. Well, she'll be a bit half-assed for a while.
Today's reading is be a hero.
Also, what's the best team that Rena could go in? Does anyone know that off the top of your head? That's a very deep question to ask. Yeah. Not deep question, but like complex question that I'm not sure if anyone knows Rena that well. But before we log off, let us go down here and wish. If we don't, what do we do? We don't have enough. Let us wish. Should I wait until there's like a 4-star that I want or something? Nah, let's wait. There might be a 4-star that I'm like, oh, maybe we get that. I don't know. Because like I just get another copy of Rena, maybe. I'll let you guys decide. Should we spend our remaining points or not? Yes or no? Has to be at least 2 people, or else it's just 1. Also, I know people are like writing a message to the thing I just previously asked, and now they're having to probably copy paste that message somewhere else or copy something, and then say yes. So I'm a nightmare. I know. Oh.
Raidnade said, "Oh yeah, Grin Yishwen and Ju Fufu use the same materials, by the way."
Oh, that's not bad. Oh wait, shit.
Catman 11,234 said, "You know what I'll say? 10 pole gang."
10 pole gang. What do you say, Lone Raider? Anybody else? Another 10 pole, or should we wait and save it for like a character? We could get like another copy of a weapon that we could use, like another copy of the stunner weapon for Kaleida.
McFlufferkin said, "I see no harm in standard pulls, unless you're specifically waiting for an A- rank to be added to the pool."
Yeah, I just don't really want anything from the main thing, so I'm kind of like, yeah, it kind of go either way for me. I feel like it's a slightly smarter choice to wait in case there's a fucking a character like like what's her name was, the cat girl, who's quite good. So unless there's a moment like that where like, oh shit,
Lone Syndicate said, "Grin, you underestimate my knowledge of Rena. Rena best team is any anomaly team, particularly Miyabi and Vivian."
Oh wow, really? I can fuck with that. Okay, and that's better than like lighter in there. Oh wait, it has to be. Yeah, that's not how it works. Yeah, like, lighter doesn't work with that team because you need like is that better than Sukaku's team or bonuses that she gives? I guess probably because she's a 5-star and she probably has. Huh, that makes sense. I wonder where to put her. That makes sense. Also, my Sukaku is not leveled up, so I probably could build up Rena and feel good about it that way. Also, I do have Rena and Vivian built out, so kind of works. All right. I have one yes.
McFlufferkin said, "Standard pool doesn't seem to ever add limited S ranks, so you should just pull as you get standard tapes to spend."
Yeah. I just think the only like reason why you would do it is in case you wanted like the cat girl, who was quite good, who's like I think was added to the standard pool eventually, who was a rank, which I could see being I don't know if there's ever been like a character that's like build defining that's A rank. So yeah, this is fucking 10 pool. Is it something? It is in fact nothing. We would see a glint at this point.
Lone Syndicate said, "I would say Su because Sukaku takes so long to set up and Rena doesn't require much set, and yes, 10 pole gang."
10 pole gang. All right, good. We have a 3-back 10 pole gang, and this is it, and this is done. That looks a little different. It's not. I see nothing. All right, good. What was that else? The previous one that we just seen? I don't know. Ooh, we got you, which I already have all the copies of. All right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I am floored. I can't believe that we were able to walk away with Cat Girl. You guys have, I think, you've given me wisdom and made me do the right call, despite me not sure if saving is always the best call, especially in a game where it's such a, especially a game that has such
McFlufferkin
bad
said, "Standard pool has full odds for everything, so unless you wanted to wait on Pan Yinhu, it'll be a while before more A's are added."
Yeah. Also, yeah, we don't get 4 stars that regularly, so it's probably be a while. But ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe we got a pretty good team for the new region. Not bad
Lone
at all.
Syndicate said, "Don't forget to check my build."
Oh fuck! Oh, I did. Oh, God, I'm loading. I'm pulling it back up. I'm pulling it back up. God damn it! I did close the game. I wish you were a little bit faster on the draw there, but we will load it up again. What is your stats? Are they just insane? I imagine it's fucked up. I don't even know what my stats are gonna be. I don't think I've ever had a character that has had like god rolls on artifacts. I also think that there's too many cool characters and characters that like characters take a long time to build in this game. I feel like maybe it's just that I'm bad at prioritizing because it's always a new shiny thing. Could be that too. I think though now I should I think now I'm at the point where like I'm kind of happy that I want to take a break from stuff. Not like the game, kind of, but not necessarily the game. I'm more of like I have a good ice team. I have a good like fire team, kind of. I should be good overall.
Lone Syndicate said also put my Fufu and Chingy in there too, so you can see what that team would be built like as well.
All right, let's see. Friends list. Lone is there. How do I see your thing? Is it this or this? How do I? No, it's Y. There we go. I'll bring up in a minute here. Check info. There it is. All right. These are Lone's ladies. Let's see. This is his one character. It is a solid 18 HP, 18k. It's insane. Critical damage 56. Critical, correct rate. Sorry, 56. 170 critical damage. I think is crazy because I don't think she actually I think she mainly wants HP and stuff. I don't know, man. I have I learned too much stuff, so my brain just starts dumping shit. So I did look at a bunch of videos from her, but I don't know off the top of my head how crazy it is. But I do think she scales out some sort of weird thing where she'd like either I think she wants critical rate or is it attack? I don't know. I'm not sure. This is one of the things where like check out how good it is, and I'm like, oh. But you did fucking cap out these three things.
86% when all the passives kick in.
But Lone, why are these 7? I feel like that's heresy to me. I know why. I know why this is maxed out. This is crowned. This is crowned, and this is crowned. But it feels weird. For me personally, being who I am, I would max out all of them and then crown one of them. But to not crown them to like not max all the ones out at the base. I know they're not giving you a lot, but still. Also, what are you doing with artifacts? Artifacts helps me get a better lens of what this is. 14 critical rate is crazy. And HP %, that's insane. Another critical damage one, wow. And attack % too, and critical rate, damn. 3 into critical rate, that's fucked up. And HP %, that's insane. Okay, now we're getting, this I understand. This is making more sense to me. Critical rate 3, man, critical rate, you get fucking nothing for 3, that's insane. Critical rate, critical damage, again, critical damage 3x is insane. And HP's double stack. My. That one's the only one that's kind of shit, but like even then, not really. Yeah, although penetration ratio is like a complete loss for her, so that's something. But Jesus, yeah, I don't even need to look at the stats. Anyways, what is this about? Let's see. I don't know what she needs, so I'm just gonna look at stats that can help me understand what the hell's happening. Again, 3 out of 3 in critical damage.
Said, yeah, disc 6 is shit.
Yeah, but it's fine. You can have shit when you have everything else maxed the hell out. Anyways. That's crazy. 3 and a 3 into that is just nutty. It's okay. A little bit lost into defense, but still pretty good. I think anything critical damage going into it twice and having another critical thing in there, amazing. I do think she wants attack % in her base stats, but maybe you can make up with that with her goblins and stuff like that. I don't know. Not the craziest with this. 2 into critical damage, not bad. Are you running 2 attacks? You are. Okay, so that probably makes up the diff of like, the lack of stats in that. Critical damage, and that, not bad. Do you change it out on me just then, or did it just lag? I don't know. 3 into critical. Ooh, flat attack. That's sad. You have bad luck with the 6th tier. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks ass, but otherwise, not bad. Not bad. I do think she's also a character that people have mentioned is kind of easy to build because all you really need is just to get her attack up, and then she provides like an absurd bonus, which I forget what it is, but it's basically like she gives a shit ton of alt damage, a decent amount of chain attack damage, and I believe a 40% critical
Lone
damage.
Syndicate said no flat attack is good. Make the attack % scale better.
Oh, really? You don't want a percentage? I feel like you would want percentage over a flat attack. I understand that like that may not be as desirable as other things. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, oh, my body is so sore. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for spending so much time with me, hanging out with me today. I appreciate you so much. I hope I can see you tomorrow. We're playing some gosh darn Oblivion and stabbing mofos in the back of the neck. And then the day after that, we are going to play a little more Withered Waves. I'll be honest, I thought I said last week that we would do something, and I kind of forgot what that was. I thought we would like do this and that, and I was planning today's streams, and I thought I don't want to go back and watch like an hour of the last minute of what I said, so I'm like, fuck it, we'll just do these two things. Let me know if I missed something. Also, last thing to mention real quick. Just again, like I said, I'm going away in 2.5 weeks, so you still got
great.
Like a couple,
Nate said, "Great stream."
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Also for convincing me to do Temple, worked out. But I was gonna say the. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I lost my train of thought. Well, must have been a lie. Oh no, that's what it was. I checked. I will be back before Outer Worlds and before Borderlands 4. So thank God. I was really worried. I'm like, dude, if I'm on vacation, when these fucking gems come out that I'm excited for, I'm going to be pissed. But no. Luckily, we come back before that, which is great. It's October and September something. So she'll work out. But ladies and gentlemen, hopefully I can see you once again tomorrow. Thank you for your time. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your night. And goodbye for now, my friends.